If you want news and rumors that appeal, welcome to the Dusty Wheel.
Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. Good night from the Dusty Wheel. And we sit around here, smash the black. Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. I'm your host, the Innkeeper, and this is our live call and talk show all about the Wheel of Time. Like lately, I've been like really hanging that, like all about the Wheel of Time, and I thought I'd just go traditional, all about the Wheel of Time. So you're welcome. You're welcome, because this is somewhat of a final and an end of sorts for us tonight. So thank you for joining us. Not only is it an end, we actually are going to do some fun stuff. We're going to share, a clip of ours. From our interview with Meline Madden tonight. That's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to go over some of the stuff that Amazon's dropped. Entertainment Tonight or something dropped a clip that we have to talk about. Unraveling the Pattern did some cool stuff that we're got to talk about. Shora did some cool stuff we have to talk about. And we're going to have some fun. And talk about, we're going to be like cathartic and, we're nostalgic. It's going to be a blast. And to do that with me are my two wonderful guests. So welcome to the Dusty Wheel, my fellow Innkeeper on us, and Jen Sedai. How you both doing tonight?
Good. Hello.
You ready? You ready for this? Are you feeling like an end a little bit or no?
This is so funny. You're like, we're at an end, and then we have like a 12-hour live stream, an 8-hour live stream, 24-hour. Like, nothing's ending.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. What's ending is this build up to a premiere. Right. Normally that would happen, right? That would have happened.
Yeah.
So there's like the end. I mean, for me, I think maybe I feel it so much more because maybe not so much more. Maybe you all feel this way. I just was like, this part, I love this part. I love the not knowing all the things and talking through, and then like everyone just being in that same zone of like, let's theorize. And once stuff drops, It's like, this is the answer, and it's a different. I have to shift. So
yeah, I like it.
I wonder if they drop something like tomorrow that we have to go live for.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're like, this is an end unless they make us do another end.
There's more.
That would be.
That has happened. That is not like.
That's not out of the realm of possibility. Yeah. Well, let's look at this poll really quick because Look, we talked about dropping the Meline Madden interview tonight, premiering it here. And there was some angst. I don't know if either of you remember. There's a little bit of angst when we premiered last week, when we premiered some interview clips. I don't know do you recall this?
That was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. But I asked our audience, because they gave us a lot of feedback, in the comments afterwards. It was a lot of fun. I asked them, if you can't get the whole thing, right? Assume you can't get the entire clip. What would you rather? The entire interview. And let them pick. And about 200 people so far have voted on this. And 41% have chosen, if you have to watch only a portion of our interview with Maddie, you'd prefer to watch what we can share, no interruptions. Yeah. So I feel like that's good. I would say this. I'll tell you this right now. That we trimmed about 1.5 minutes, but it turned into like a 10-minute interview, which I was like, we both felt like it was like 5 minutes.
It was like,
we're like
6.
Did we get like the full time they allotted? And we're like, oh, we got more time.
We were like, did you time it? That wasn't.
I know.
Was
like,
not.
Nobody just came in and said, "Ding dong, hang up." You're done.
Yeah, because we were tracking in chat, and we're like, oh, okay. I guess we have to wrap up. We have to wrap up. And so Miss Sarah Jane said, I swear to God, if you rickroll us, we riot. Man, I didn't even think about doing that. That would have been really good. I have been way too busy to even consider like having that much fun with you all. Just like just having Maddie.
Thank you for giving us,
an idea for the future. Yeah.
Yeah.
No rickroll on this tonight. Never gonna give you up. Thank you, Jennifer. The exciting part about this was we did get to ask some really fun questions, and I think you're going to enjoy the portion. We will share that with you tonight. No interruptions, but yes, they did ask us not to include spoilers, and honestly, we just had to go with our gut. And honestly, we went with my gut, which is like I'm more sensitive. I have a more sensitive spoiler gut than most.
If you haven't noticed,
exactly.
I was like, that's not a spoiler. What?
Jen's like that particular thing is not a spoiler. We all know that. Yeah, you're gonna get like 8.5 minutes of it, and it's a really, really fun conversation that we had.
Yes.
So,
did you see like Blinded Fool's comment there?
no, what do you say? Oh, no, I saw Grace says he totally censored any anti-Lanfear talk. What did Light Blinded Fool say?
Something similar. I think,
Egwene won't be happy with Lanfear hanging around. Guess Innkeeper should skip that part. I will tell you this: I did mention the name Lanfear during our interview.
Yeah.
So it's actually
I'm so shocked.
by the way, I'm not rickrolling you. I will tease you. I will tease you all as you watch. I do mention this, and it's a really funny moment. So, yeah.
Wait, did you do anything with that?
No.
Is there something I don't? Oh, okay, good.
No. I didn't touch that. I left that. That's
Okay,
all
good.
there. Yeah.
So what are we doing? Are we going with this poll? Did you end this poll?
Oh yeah, I'll end this poll. We're not gonna do it right now.
No. I know that. I'm just saying, are we doing what they say? Are we doing?
Yeah,
what
we're
the
gonna
poll
follow
says?
this one. We're gonna just share what we can share. No interruptions. That's what you got.
Okay.
But no, we're not kicking it off with that. Come on.
No.
Like what?
We know. Yeah.
No.
And then
We're
everybody
gonna drop this in here. We're gonna have some fun. But there's been so many cool things that like dropped today. Jen, have you seen the Entertainment Tonight clip?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I have. And it's because I was talking to Meg about this the other day, and I was like, I generally I don't watch the next week, and I don't read log lines. I have been reading the log lines. I have been watching everything, and I've just been eating it with a spoon. I don't know what happened to me. Something changed, but I'm really and I think in part because we know that this season is going to be a little more direct book translation.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
in some ways, I feel like there's a little bit less guesswork, and I want to see how it's playing out. It's been great. Yeah. So
Yeah. I feel like I saw you saw the two trailers, and it's like, oh, I know that. I'm glad they're giving us that. I know that. I'm glad they're giving us that. Like it's very like book to screen confirmation.
Yeah.
More than questions.
Sorry. Whoever said we would
Which
see the
one?
interview at 10:08 p.m. is totally accurate. DK Moon, another edited clip. Dusty Wheel isn't what it used to be. You
Wow.
guys. DK Moon isn't over the last one.
They just know that we edit it now. That's the thing. We used to.
What do you
edit
mean
it
they
down
just
before.
know? This is what happened last time. This should have been a foregone conclusion. But yes.
No, but I mean, in the past, it was seamless. They didn't know it was edited. when they
Oh, I
got
see.
it.
I see.
Now they know. They've seen behind the curtain a little bit.
So no, we're not going to make you wait till the very end. I wouldn't be that torturous. Not this close to a premiere. Maybe at other times at the Dusty Wheel I would be, but not this close to a Saturday premiere. But I do want to cover this one first. I think this clip is awesome, and I think there's a lot to be said about it. So let's do this. We're going to watch this clip. This is Entertainment Tonight exclusive. Had a clip of Moraine and Rand. And I want to talk about this and get your thoughts. So here it is, everyone. Enjoy.
Did you see Ninja Librarian? Last week, some walls were punched.
Look, let's just enjoy this one for the moment, okay? If it's going to play, are you going to play for me here? Okay.
Maybe skip forward and see if it does something.
Well, it
Put
might
the
be.
link I sent you. I hope it's the wrong one. I hope it's not
It's.
No, that is what it is. Yeah.
I'm going to try refreshing that again here. Sorry, 1 second. I'm guessing it's a browser thing.
they're like, oh, the stalling has started.
Oh yeah, they
You
they
haven't
did
seen
they
it? I'm
didn't
gonna
like my
say
ad blocker. They
it.
were
Right. I loved
Mhm.
this. I loved this. Not that I'm trying to build it up for anybody who's about to watch it for the first time, but I loved it. Can't wait to see it again.
oh my goodness gracious. This was there? Can you send me a link? Did someone pull this clip because
Oh, is
entertainment
this? I sent you a
online is
link in the
being
chat.
yeah, it's being a nightmare. Thank you,
Yeah.
Winter's Lady. The website is being a nightmare right now.
Oh,
So
Because everybody's watching it in the whole world.
wait. Um, Let me try to think.
I thought I
Someone
did
put it
see
on
that
Blue
somebody
Sky,
like
but I don't
dropped it.
think it
Yeah.
was. Yeah, but is it more than a minute? Um, Let me find it.
I'll be
You've
born
been studying the
Hold on
prophecies.
here.
a lot of
Oh,
country
I might have
on
it.
the
Here.
slopes of
Hold on,
Dragonmount.
everybody. Just
On the slopes
I'm
of
gonna try to
Dragonmount
make this.
shall the child be
You've
born.
been
Keep on listening
studying
to
the
Rand say
prophecies.
We can
slopes of
hear it.
Dragonmount. I know.
On the slopes of Dragonmount
There we go.
shall the child be
You've
born.
been studying the prophecies.
A lot of contradictions, Moraine. A lot of unknowns. They say that Luce Theron was the one who put Calendar on the Stone of Tyr. That only the Dragon Reborn can draw it again.
Not if another male channeler takes it first.
No one has taken it in 3,000
The
years.
Forsaken haven't been free.
If they could, why haven't they yet? They could be waiting there for me to take it. I could be walking into a trap.
So what do you want to do then? You want to wait? You want to stay here?
No.
No? Then where do you want to go?
Where do I really want to go?
Yes, where do you really want to go?
Home.
Home,
Yes.
to the Two Rivers.
Yes. There are people I can trust.
And what will your army of farmers do against the Shadowspawn? What will you do when your two rivers run red? When the waters are bloated with the swollen bodies of your family and friends? Rand, you're not a child. You are the Dragon Reborn. There is no homecoming for you, not now, not ever.
You don't tell me what to do anymore. On the slopes of Dragonmount shall the child be born.
You've been studying the prophecies.
A lot of contradictions, Moraine. A lot of unknowns. They say that Luce Theron was the one who put Calendar on the Stone of Tyr. That only the Dragon Reborn can draw it again.
Not if another male channeler takes it first.
No one has taken it in 3,000
The
years.
Forsaken haven't been free.
If they could, why haven't they yet? They could be waiting there for me to take it. I could be walking into a trap.
So what do you want to do then? You want to wait? You want to stay here?
No.
No? Then where do you want to go?
Where do I really want to go?
Yes, where do you really want to go?
Home.
Home,
Yes.
to the Two Rivers.
Yes. There are people I can trust.
And what will your army of farmers do against the Shadowspawn? What will you do when your two rivers run red? When the waters are bloated with the swollen bodies of your family and friends? Rand, you're not a child. You are the Dragon Reborn. There is no homecoming for you, not now, not ever.
You don't tell me what to do anymore.
Okay. Dang. Such a good clip. Okay. I know people have, I'm sure they'll be asking here shortly, like, what's the spoiler level? This is the kind of clip that we could go fully to the end of the books on. And so I will want to do that here in just a moment, but please in chat for the moment. Actually in chat, we're going to probably ask you to stay chill, because it'd be hard for people to like know when they can come back and chat. But up to the end of book 5 is what we've always done for now. And so just for now, but I would like to mention some things like full book spoilers stuff, just because I think this merits it. But yeah, Jen, staying to the end of book 5, thoughts on this scene?
I have thoughts on this scene that are both book, show, and industry related.
Yeah.
So I'll start industry because that's like least interesting for everybody. I love Yosha's stillness and his command in this scene. Like it gives me chills. And I love the way they step on each other in the dialogue. Like I love a long space. I love, and they've done so much of that up to the season, like really long spaces with no dialogue, which I love. But I love how they're stepping on each other in this, which is part of him like grabbing his control and grabbing his power back. But Yosha commands this scene so beautiful against Rosamund Pike. It's so beautiful. It's what everybody's been talking about of like, this is the season where he really steps into the role of sort of lead character.
Yeah.
But I see the actor matching that. And it makes me really excited because that's what allows a show to keep going as well. Like that, I just think you can't watch that scene and not feel like you're watching a really powerful film scene that's like, and I know sci-fi fantasy never gets nominated for Jack, but like it's just it's really beautiful. And the performances are both just so compelling. Oh, love it.
Yeah, when he looks down, kind of like away from her, like there's something like so well crafted about just that scene. It does kind of give you the chills a bit, especially like just like the book side of me is just screaming in that moment of just like, oh, I like, it's kind of like all these moments where you're like that, whether or not it's the framing of the shot, whether or not it's Rand's like pretend calm, but just like you can tell kind of like raging inside a bit, whether or not he's like his subtle kind of like, ha ha ha, like Winter's Lady brought this up, which I think is, I like this, like, he said where I really want to go, but subtext is, but I have my own plans. I'm not, he kind of has that feel of like, like where, and he kind of holds a pause and almost like he says it to piss her off more so. Kind of like kind of that thing where like, it's that relationship with her that he has where he's just like, I want you to keep thinking you have to tell me what I already know you're going to tell me by, you're like, I'm going to press a button, and he presses a button and says home. And she gets really kind of into this moment of like telling him like, and it's just like enraging him to the point where he's just like, you can't tell me what to do anymore. It was like that button because he wanted to hear that, because he wanted to give that back to her. It's just a really, really well, and like his casual demeanor, but he's not casual. And I love that. Yeah. Honest, what were you thinking? Oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, it's also, there's only one scene in the beginning of book 4 that actually has this. Like, you keep hearing it from everybody else. Rand won't tell anybody what he wants to do. Moraine complains about it to Nynaeve and Egwene. Like, you keep hearing it from everywhere else, but there's only one moment where you actually see them together. And this is so much fuller than that moment. I just feel like in this one scene, they gave us like what they talk about for 4 and 5, 6, 7 chapters at the beginning of Shadow Rising.
Yeah, it has that feel. I like they've done that really well, I think, especially I saw it a lot in season 2. I probably could see it a lot more in season 1 if I, was paying closer attention. In the rewatch we did, I feel like there were some moments where I was like, oh, that hit really, I can see where they pulled that and brought that forward or brought that backwards in the books into this season. But like, yeah, you can kind of just see where they've just taken a moment and a conversation and just put it somewhere else and in the context of the show, but it has elements, and that's what I think is done really well. Again, it's one of those where you're just like, what the tension between the two is just really well crafted, like you said, from the Shadow Rising for sure, throughout that whole book. Honest, what were your things that stood out to you without kind of going past book 5?
Right, yeah. So there's a couple. The first, Rapunzel said in chat, she squats down like when talking to a child, and says, "You're not a child."
Yeah,
it's like the kind of, and if you just look at the speech patterns, right? Moraine is speaking like there's like a tense undertone, and she's speaking like fast, and Rand's just like calm and like slow in his speech. And it's like so much like there's almost like a pleading element that Moraine has where she's like I'm losing control over her, and it ends with like Rand saying, you don't tell me what to do now. Like it's like encapsulated in the scene, and then like the end it's like spoken. It's like so well done.
Koala said, yes, another example of showing in one short scene what took half a book to get across. Yeah, like it's like they don't have a lot of time. And so it's like we can't do this every scene. We can't come back to it as often as the book might have come back to that interaction. And there were some parts here where I feel like, it probably referencing some other things in the books, but for sure referencing, what happens at the end of the Shadow Rising, right, with the 2 rivers. Just talking about like, if you went back there, that'd be ridiculous, right? And like this idea of like going back is stupid. Well, in the books, we know that, Perrin does go back, right? And we do know that there is an attack in the book. So it's right. It's that idea of like, that would be foolish. And why would you do that? All what's going to happen is but it's also like, Okay, but it's protecting those people too, right? And so the way Moraine sees it and the way she sees what is going on, what needs to happen, is always going to be different than how the rest of them see it. And so I think they played that really, really well. Just really well. And I want to, I'm going to go full book spoilers. I'm going to put this up. It's literally, just mute yourselves if you're listening. You don't want to hear full book spoiler kind of reference here. It's not a killer spoiler, but it is a significant spoiler. So I'm going to put
this is interesting. I want to know how full book spoilers this is, because I have no idea what you're going to say. So
okay, I want to give people a chance to see it and kind of walk away.
Hey, David.
Again, it's only going to be, because I kind of tweeted about this already. But please, in chat, don't go full book spoilers. Stay here with me. You can react to it, but someone that might be staying in chat but just muting, I don't want them to see it in chat show up. But okay, the full book spoiler is that moment where she tells Rand he's never going home. Like that just hit like so hard to me. I was like, just listening to that line, if you listen to it again, like it feels like she's just referencing like Rand's arc. And it's like his destiny is to never go home. Yeah. And so I just think about the way the books end, and it's just like, oh, like that one dug deep. So
I was like, she needs the womp womp, the Debbie Downer.
yeah.
But it's so mean, and she's not wrong, but it's so mean. It's so like, it's devastating because he's still a little boy at this point. There's still a little bit of that little wants to go home here.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, and I think the way Rand says it, right? Like he wants to go home, but like the fact that Moraine doesn't realize that even in that moment, Rand like actually doesn't want to go home. He knows better, but like he's like, I don't like. She's like, no, you can't. Like it's not happening for you. And it's
is he also? Is he hinting? This didn't occur to me until just now. But is he hinting that he wants to go to the home he's never known?
I know though. I feel like that's what I took that to mean Justine was like whoever wrote. Somebody said Justine wrote this one, but whoever the writers were referencing that. I think for sure. I
didn't even.
Yes, I believe that that's the.
It's so good
because that's all like that makes the more sense to me than immediately I feel like you got to get to a certain place. Like Rand has to get to a place to actually feel that, I believe. So, I would, but I do believe that they were kind of. That's one of those layered ones, right? That's when you come back and watch it again, and especially show watchers are gonna like connect with that moment. And
he goes home in such a deep way of like going back, going home. Yeah,
absolutely. Okay, I'm gonna remove full book spoilers off of here. So if you're out there, hopefully you've muted us, but you saw that come off. I just wanted to acknowledge that one, and again, it didn't like tell exactly what happened, but I just wanted to be clear. So. Yeah. Oh, Andrew said, I don't get it. What part of the end is, well, anyways, I feel like if you've read the books, I feel like that line that Moraine says should hit differently. So, I want to watch it again, and I want us to see if there are some things that we're kind of our initial takes on it. But yeah, like kind of look and listen for something that you didn't notice the last time. And let me,
on this
1 second, Rand, hold on. Here we go. Enjoy.
On the slopes of Dragonmount shall the child be born.
You've been studying the prophecies.
There's a lot of contradictions, Moraine. A lot of unknowns. They say that Luce Theron was the one who put Calendor in the Stone of Tyr. That only the dragon reborn can draw it again.
Not if another male.
Okay. Look, you watched it 2 times without interruptions, but I want to kind of stop it here. The one that stuck out to me right now is the prophecy side of it. Like he brought up prophecies this time and talking about contradictions. If this makes sense, she's often spoken to him about prophecies, like she's guiding him, directing him, and he's like, well, I've read them, and I've read them, and you can't like say it's this one thing or it's this other thing, and there's contradictions and there's holes in it, and so yes, like Rajesh said, I love book studying Rand. Right.
I mean, he's gone to the library, right? The library where he met Loyal. Like, isn't that where he's been?
Yeah, no, I mean, so perfect, right? Like where it's like in episode 5 in season 1, he's like the Coriathan cycle. Like, he has that in his hands.
Yeah.
And now he's like, yeah, I've been reading, Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah.
He seems really confident that he's, it's that kind of like, definitely felt this as a teenager, right? It's that moment you discover something that your parents or some teacher has like told you that is like a foregone conclusion. And then you study something and you're like, wait a second, that is so much muddier than anything that you've never suggested it's muddy, but it's muddy. And actually, I don't even believe the interpretation you have of what this means. I believe this other thing, and you can't tell me to believe this thing anymore because now he has that feel to him in this moment, which I love.
When you say teenager, it's very much that. It's the I know better than you, or I researched it myself. See, you can't tell me everything. I don't have to learn it from you. Right. He's like, and it is. He's in that role with her right now, where he's stepping away into the teenage place.
But I like Light Blinded. Thank you very much for the tip. Rand, have you been to Theoryland? Exactly. Oh man, that's so good. That stuck out to me here. Like he was waiting on this confrontation. Yeah, because he had a thing.
Yeah, he ambushes her when she walks in. Yeah, yeah.
I did my homework, Mom, is what Miss Sarah James said. Yeah, exactly. I like that. Smarty Pants Rand makes me happy, right? So well said.
He's so cocky he's cocky throughout this, which is also like, yeah, it's fitting. It's where he should be. He's stepping into that role because we don't have Tyr here, but this is essentially like where he's at the beginning in the Stone of Tyr, at the beginning of book 4, where he's walking around and sycophants are following him around, and he's got the lords, the high lords of Tyr. I think we can't show that. We don't have that mechanism in the show, but he's got to do that anyway. And it's great. It's great.
Melissa KJ, I was voted most studious in high school, so I related to book studying Rand. Noman Garden, Rand is doing his own research. Next he'll be a flat wheeler. There, that's good. Miss Sarah James, I read a tweet of that, and now I know everything. He read the wiki is a good comment. So I let's listen to a little bit further. You can call out if you'd like to kind of stop. But I think the next topic Kalendor comes up, right? So
it exists. Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't talked about that. Was that the beginning of this conversation, or was it? Well, we'll keep going here, and we'll figure out.
El Chandler takes it first.
No one has taken it in 3,000 years.
The Forsaken.
Say that Luce Theron was the one who put Kalendor in the Stone of Tyr. That only the Dragon Reborn can draw it again.
Not if another male Chandler takes it first.
No one has taken it in 3,000 years.
The Forsaken haven't been free.
If they could, why haven't they yet? They could be waiting there for me to take it. I could be walking into a trap.
So what do you want to do then?
That's okay. So honest.
Wait, is that like true? Like, go ahead. Yeah.
No, do you think that was just like them having fun with book readers? Right? Like that was the Dragon. I feel like they were just like, we're skipping the Dragon Reborn. It's like, but let's just give you a quick plot. Trap. Kalendor.
I know I'm walking into a trap. There we go.
Yeah, like I feel like that's what it was.
Don't do that. Yeah. No.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. No, I'm just like laughing at the fact that they go like they mention so many things that I feel like in previous seasons they've been like very hesitant to mention things.
Yeah.
And in this scene, they're like prophecies, Lutherian, Kalendor, Tyr, Forsaken.
Right.
Like there's so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it's interesting because, I've watched some of the interviews with Rosamund where she talks about that. And she talks about like, we're saying gibberish to anybody who doesn't know this world. And how do we make it sound meaningful to people in our everyday world? And, it's also like, okay, you don't have to watch much. Just go back and watch 16 episodes and catch your butts up if you want to jump in now. But also, we are all settling into this world. So these words they do have meaning, even though we don't know. And we know that, and we also trust, I think, that they're going to pay him off. They're going to explain it if they have it yet.
By the way, trap or trap ain't. I would love to use that, but it doesn't have a good, like.
It's like.
I need to end this poll.
Dragon Report in 2 seconds.
180 of you vote on this. What do you think about this scene? And we just watched 10 no notes, 65% of you, 8 to 9. 34% of you, basically 99% of this audience of 180. That's actually very impressive.
Mm-hmm.
There was
Wait,
only
so
one.
it did-
There was 1% picked 5 or under. 99% of you basically chose 8 or above on the scene. Like this is knocked out of the park from a scene perspective. Yeah, what are you saying, Honest?
Just
Right,
a couple people yapping away. They're just talking, and it's great.
Yeah.
They're just talking, yeah. Calendar, like I don't remember my calendar history. Is what Grant says the truth there? Like, was that Luce Theron who put calendar in there?
No.
Yeah, so
No,
like,
you're saying that they changed that? Yeah, no.
yeah, like why did they change? Like what did they do?
Oh, no, I'm assuming they're doing that just again. This feels like tying together like the dragons in like very like tight way. I feel like they've done some of these type of things.
No, but it's just like, oh, like you need to go get that. But the last dragon, he like put it away. Like it's just so weird.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the last dragon put it there for the next dragon versus like someone else. You know what I mean? Like I think they went for like, who do they know? We don't have to like add another person they don't know. So we'll just
Right.
use like the last dragon, put it there for the next dragon. Well,
Yeah.
you know, I think it's like simplification.
And this
of the
dragon
story.
will
Yeah.
put it for himself.
Yeah.
And it's yeah, well, and it's also like, yeah, exactly. And it's also her thing of like, why haven't the Forsaken taken it, or how do you know that they can't channel it out of there? And he's like, well, if they could have, they would have. Of course, you're forgetting that they've been sealed away for 3,000 years, Mr. Rand.
yeah, exactly.
You know, like, settle down, boy.
It's really quippy, and this is true. You know, I've seen a ton of people like
Unreliable, yeah.
Yes, yeah. Of course,
exactly.
there's an aspect of this like it's always like how much they believe they know, what stories have they been told. Oh, it's Luce Theron who put it there for the next dragon. You know, that kind of thing. So yes, good point to bring that up. I still think it's a simplification mechanism to like. They don't have to explain another name, but it also serves really well from a, the unreliable narrator perspective. Like that's their belief about it. And Light Blind and Fool said, we like the scene because it's as close to communication as Watt gets. By the way, are you doing a show same time next week or waiting for the 24-hour stream? Yeah, we can take a little break.
How well do you know us? Yeah.
We will definitely be back at our standard time. Honestly, if they drop something, gosh, there's so many live streams. If they drop something next Wednesday, we'll be live in the morning. Then we'll be live that night. Then we'll be live later that night, which will technically be midnight my time. So we will be live. So we're going to probably go live like a half an hour to an hour before the episode's premiere. So we'll be live probably like 2 a.m. Eastern. Did we lose you there, Honest? You still there? Okay. 2 a.m. Eastern is when we'll probably be live. And then...
Yeah. Okay.
He's coming back. He's coming back, everybody.
Yay.
We see you. We're here. So, yes, technically speaking, there'll be at least our 10 to 12-hour stream on Saturday, our 10-hour stream Sunday, possibly 2 streams Wednesday, and then 2 streams Thursday. The way Thursday is going to work is about the first 7 to 8 hours we'll be here at the Dusty Wheel. The next 8, possibly a little bit longer than 8 hours, we'll be at Malkyr Talks. It honestly depends on how long I last Thursday morning. Like I've told Rob, like if I'm waning and I can't do it, I might just be like, and we're done over here and go over to Malkyr Talks. And so then you'll be over with Malkyr Talks 8 to 9 hours, and then you'll come back to the Dusty Wheel for the last 8 hours of that 24-hour time frame. And I'll be doing the early morning shift, and Honest will be doing the late shift. So if you want to wait, you're going to do this, right? You're waiting to watch So Honest is going to do his first watch on Thursday night. So we're going to do it. We're going to do 2 first watches, 2 live watch, first watch, react shows. And so basically, if you want to wait, you can't stay up, but you want to kind of do it with fans like the first time. Yes, Thursday night or evening, we'll be watching all 3 together with Honest for the first time. If people are in chat at that moment, they'll be asked they'll be kicked if they're going to ruin stuff. I'll probably try to jump into chat so I can help out there because I would have seen it. So yeah, I hope that explains what's going on. But yes, Premiere Gaidon is this Saturday. Premiere Gaidon Reborn is next Thursday. Rewatch Gaidon is Sunday. And technically the last episode, it's a final for us tonight because it's the premiere on Saturday. But it'll be another one. Next Wednesday we'll have Unraveling the Pattern with us, and we're just gonna have like a hype stream, right? It was like next Wednesday night we'll just be like, come on, let's like do giveaways.
Do you want to do a poll, like who's watching like early morning, who's watching late Thursday?
Yeah.
Like
Who plans to watch the first?
While you do that, Jen, what is it, midnight for you?
It's so yeah. Episode 1 will air at midnight, but they're all gonna drop. So
right, that's the problem, right? Like it's 3 hours of your life, right?
Yeah, and I'll have seen one this weekend. So here's the hard thing. So, I'm the diehard fan in the family, but my son who's 15 is like a really big show fan, and my husband is in Shadow Rising, trying desperately to finish it before next week. He's not going to get finished before Sunday, or before Saturday. But they both want to watch it with me for the first time, and I'm like, it can't be out and people have seen it without me knowing it. So I don't know. I don't think I mean, because we'll have watched
Thursday night at the Dusty Wheel. I mean,
I know. And so because you said that, I'm like, well, that David will be home from work. Maybe we can do the watch along on Thursday night. But I don't know. I can't not stay up.
By the way,
till 2 a.m.
Full Metal Athlete said, I'm confused. I thought it wasn't dropping until next Thursday. Episodes 1, 2, and 3 are premiering next Thursday. But this Saturday, there's a special global fan event. If you haven't heard about it and you'd like to watch the first episode, they're going to premiere the first episode, and they've said they're going to also show Q&A from the fan event that was happening in London. So we can watch the first episode this Saturday. And so we're going to be doing a live watch and react this Saturday. We won't be showing the episode on the screen like we are here with this clip. So you'll have to go RSVP for that. If people have the link to that'd be fantastic. I believe the link is actually in the description of this video. And there's a Saturday video, and it's in the link of that description, that Saturday video too. And yes, if you want to go see where the live streams are, you can go to the announcements channel in Discord. All the live streams that are happening on Saturday and Sunday, you can get those. So,
and it's my understanding that the Saturday thing, like it's a live stream event. It's going to play. And it's going to be done. There's no rewinding.
It's like watching TV.
So this is what
it's like watching TV.
This will be the fun thing for us,
TV.
which is like you're going to have to remember what happened. so
my phone going.
So take your notes of like this is what happened. Oh my gosh, I want to talk about this because we're only going to have our memories of what that was. So yes, for Dusty Wheel, for Amazon metrics, we cannot skip the first episode. Yeah, no, we're not. I mean, we're not going to. We're going to be watching the first episode together and the second episode and the third. And then later that day, we'll be watching them again.
But
together.
Andrew, are you telling me I should watch the first one on like, even though I'll have, so I do have to stay up till 3 a.m.? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Immediately?
No, what you can do is you can watch 2 and 3 and then put it on and like, yeah.
Narcissist, are you positive the first episode isn't August? Is there a Discord for those that have seen the first episode? Yes, we'll open a channel up. We'll open up a channel where you can talk about the first episode there. I can't wait, honestly, because I've seen it, and so I really want to talk about it. So Saturday, I'm really looking forward to.
I don't remember it.
Yeah, Joel said 11:45 CT, isn't it? Yes, at 12:45 p.m. Eastern Saturday is when they are saying be there. My guess is that's so you have like people gather for 15 minutes, similar to like when we do the music at the beginning of the show. So, but I wouldn't be late. We'll be going live like 45 minutes before that. So we'll be going live at 11 a.m. Eastern, right? No, sorry, 12 p.m. Eastern. And we'll be live for that 45 minutes before everyone's supposed to be gathering. Then we'll all gather, we'll be on other screens, gather together. And then whenever that starts, again, live watch and react. It's going to be a lot of fun. I already have some guests lined up. Will be more because that's going to be a guide on level thing, right? We're going to have one episode. We're just going to be talking about that because why would we not, when we have an episode to talk about, why would we just like end it and just like go to Twitter or like Blue Sky and like post about it? Would just suck. So we're going to be talking about that. Is this Dusty Wheel time? No, we'll try not to be 7 minutes late. We'll try. Is the other 50 minutes as good, Innkeeper? No, I know. I told you I'm not going to do that. Like, it's 3 days away, and then we can all talk about our reactions to it. I've already said to everybody I'm not giving you a reaction disconnected from the material because it's not, I can't talk about the material. And so it's just really, it just becomes platitudes or whatever. Like, oh, I really liked stuff, you know, I don't think it's that valuable. So
I see Zul Varys.
why would we not
Put down
guide
a
on it?
t-shirt.
Exactly.
So it's Innkeeper can't remember it, so you're saying that it's not worth watching it on repeat for 24 hours. No, like it's more like like I haven't been able to talk about it, so it's like the inability to theorize.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to, like, you know, I haven't been able to do that. So it's like,
No, like,
you know,
but
you
it was
watch
like,
it and I want to be fresh.
it was wild. This is what I was happening. I was sitting there watching it, and I literally was thinking about the Q&A that was going to happen
The Q&A,
entire
yeah,
freaking
yeah.
time.
I mean, you were in a different
I was like
state,
watching
yeah.
something going, how do I turn that into a question? How can I ask? There were definitely parts that I feel like I missed. So I'm looking forward to it. Totally looking forward to it. Oh, John Mayer said we'll be on Tutors of Time from Mastodon as well. Cool. Guidon or Guidon? Guidane. That's good. Okay. About 175 of you vote on this. When will you watch the premiere of the first 3 episodes? 58% of you here that are here in chat are saying immediately. 35% are saying later that Thursday. 7% of you Friday or later. I'm so sorry. I totally get it. Like life and doing stuff. We'll do our best not to post spoilers. So this is always a tough thing. Like, I can't remember honest what we did. Like, I think we waited like a couple days and then started posting about it. So
yeah, I mean, I think it's like definitely mute. You know, use
watch show spoilers.
Watch show spoil. Yeah, that's the one we use.
Yeah.
So definitely mute that, or just don't come on social media for a week if you're not planning to watch for a week. I don't know how easy or hard that could be.
Rain said, you can at least say it was good or bad. No, that's the point. I don't want to say it's good or bad. Because again, I can't give you context. But this is what I would say. You've now seen the first 11 minutes. You just saw this clip. You saw a
You've
clip.
seen like 13 minutes.
Yeah, you've seen like 13 or 14 minutes of the show so far.
In a few more seconds.
And so, like, that's all I'm going to say.
I had originally not wanted to watch. There's the other clip with Maureen with all the kids.
Yeah.
And I started, like, I found it, and then I was like, wait, I don't want to watch it because it's just going to like eat up more time that won't be new this weekend.
Yeah.
But then I was like, no, I don't know, I have to watch it. So of course I went and watched it and then watched this one. So yeah, I mean, if you've seen all of those things, we've seen a good almost 15 minutes so far.
100%. By the way, if you're over on Instagram, we're grateful to have you here. You can always jump over on YouTube if you want to be part of the polling that we do. But it's good to see you. I try to jump in. I don't see any questions over there. If you have some questions or comments, feel free to ask them. I might not see them until a little bit later, but feel free to track them over there. I will jump back and forth in there. But thank you for being here. Okay, we're at we're just about halfway through the show already. I feel like we can show people the clip now.
Yeah.
Should we do the? Let me ask the audience.
What else do we have to? Wait. What else do we have to share?
Well, because we need to do the Shora clip, and then we can talk about unraveling the pattern.
Wait, is it a show?
I think
no.
Do the Shora Min clip. I would do the Shora Min clip because it's like small. Yeah, it's like nothing. Yeah.
So Innkeeper is Innkeeper's giving you a hard time. It's fine. I will do it. But you're making him wait. I like that's. So hold on. Here we go.
Amazing. So good. Amazing. So good.
How do you?
I
hate when Instagram.
This place.
Yeah.
Oh, just amazing. So good. Amazing. So good. Rehearsal. I cannot believe it. Love you, Kyle. What shall we do now?
Let's go home.
Okay.
We need to rest.
You're right.
And learn our lines.
Yes. Read our lines. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2,
2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Bye, baby. Oh my God.
And then where do we go?
Right. Mademoiselle, car, wheels, apple. Let's see.
See you later.
I think it's so great that you made him watch that.
Did you see like Kim in chat?
That's so rude. By the way, I just thought it was a really fun clip. Did you take anything from that, Jen? Just that really I just thought it was Like, what are they? They're besties.
They're best friends now, and only that I can't, like, the fact that we all couldn't believe how much we were gonna like Leandrin. I hate that they're gonna fall in love with Elida. I hate it.
Oh gosh, don't say that. I'm gonna end this poll. Let's talk about that. We're gonna put this poll up, and then we're gonna jump to the Maddie thing. Everybody, Megan, we're gonna kill Megan in chat. She's dying. So, are you going to love Elida?
Good poll.
Yes.
Good poll.
So funny. I didn't even realize
yes.
I said it's nothing
I already
to that
do.
clip. That's like such a nice clip.
No.
No, it's really sweet though. It's really dear. It's really dear. I love that.
I don't know.
Okay.
For a second, I was like, the 1, 2, 3. Is that like a? Is that something to do? Like, is there something there?
What's so
Okay,
funny
like,
is we're getting too much. We're at the saturation point where something like that, if it had dropped like 3 months ago,
Oh, we don't
3 hour, 4 hour live stream,
Mhm.
we're like zooming into like the door, like the signs on the door.
Are they carrying their scripts?
We're
What
at
does it
a
say?
saturation point now that we're just like, there could be something in there. We don't care anymore. It's like I feel like we're just like at the it's too much. The poll that I just put out there: are you going to love Elida? Jen, are you going to love Elida?
Yeah. And I'm so mad. I'm so angry about it. Like, it's not even like I was even more. I'm more comfortable. Wait, Matt, please don't kick me out. But I'm more comfortable loving Lanfear than I am loving Elida.
Well, that's
you know?
obvious, right?
Obviously, of course. But yeah, because I think I probably hate her almost more than anyone in the books, and so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do because I'm already in love with her. And I love that. Here's the thing. The thing that's cool about Elida is that, you do want to believe that she's doing what she thinks is right for the tower, and
Sure.
despite the fact that she's still power hungry. But I think that we're gonna just see that nuance so beautifully portrayed. I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm excited for the challenge I'm excited for that challenge of like making me like this character. I do not like the character of Elida. I don't think that's a secret to anyone here. I just don't. And I've heard people make cases for Elida, and it's fine. I don't like this character. But I didn't like Leandrin, and I absolutely love Leandrin in the show. It's like
Yes. I mean,
So-
I think I might have disliked Leandrin harder when I first knew her, in the books
Yeah,
than I
yeah.
actually disliked Elida. But yeah. Bring me some Kate Fleetwood any day of the week.
Okay, by the way, if you have friends that have been like, I don't want to listen to the Innkeeper tease us for the first hour, but tell me when they're premiering the clip because I'd like to watch it now. You can tell them because we're gonna watch it now. It's right here. It's right here.
Megan.
It's right there. We're gonna watch it. But I want to preface this with a couple things. One, I think I did a freaking great job of cutting the spoilers out. But that's not to say that like Madeline obviously talks about her character and her character in this season. So if you are the kind of person, and I totally get it, we're 3 days away, we're a week away from getting the first 3 episodes. If you just don't want to hear anymore, totally understand. I did try to take out some, like as much as I thought was reasonable to remove from a spoiler standpoint. But again, she's talking to us for like almost 9 minutes at this point. Like, so there's going to be things where you're like, oh, I really wish I would have just kind of figured that out in the show or whatever it is. So just trying to give you a moment.
Can I also give
Yeah.
like a little?
Yeah.
If you think you're like spoiler averse,
Yeah.
you cannot be more spoiler averse than the Innkeeper. So the fact that he's cut it out, you're okay.
By the way, chat hates it when I do a. Let me just talk to you for a moment.
Stop talking.
Rapunzel said,
I mean, I
let's
did-
preface this with
I mean, I
another hour
totally-
discussion.
I mean, I totally did that too. I mean, that wasn't the
Matt
only
cut
reason I
down-
was complete.
Story.
Matt
Let me
cut
tell
down
you
the video to 3 seconds. This would have been a great Rickroll. I don't think people would have come back if I had Rickrolled them here. We're gonna click it. We're gonna click it. You're gonna see it. Okay. Like, and we're not gonna pause it. I heard you. You want to watch all this thing all the way through. We're not gonna pause it. So, OMG, he doesn't want us to see the clip. Okay, here we go.
Did you keep mine? No, wait. Did you keep mine, or is this totally yours? Did you keep like the end and the beginning and
this is
end,
just
or
the one.
no?
No, this is the one I
Ah,
cut. This
okay.
is the one I
All
cut.
right. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Here you go.
Hi, Matt. How are you? Good to see you again.
Yeah, it's great to be here. This is the Dusty Wheel, and it's Matt Hash. And actually, let me introduce you to my co-host, Anas. He joined and he kind of co-runs. We co-run and co-stream the Dusty Wheel now. So
Oh, wow. Oh, it's
Yeah.
lovely to meet you.
meet you.
Congratulations.
yeah,
Thank you.
he gets to
you.
jump
Awesome
into
to meet
the.
you.
I just needed to find somebody that was willing to do 12-hour live streams with me. He signed up. So
You threw your hat in the ring.
exactly.
It happened. Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
So, Maddie, before season 1 premiered, long ago, right? I asked you how the words "you are part of us and we are part of you" that Nynaeve tells Egwene as part of that initiation event into the women's circle, how it affected Egwene as she left the Two Rivers. So I'm wondering now, are those words still close to Egwene as she kind of steps into season 3? Does she still feel connected to Nynaeve, her home, and the women's circle?
Absolutely. Every time I hear those words, it always like really moves me, because throughout her life and her journey, Egwene has always drawn from the strength of the women's circle, and that is like a fundamental part of who she is. It's her like origin story, and she's always looked to other women around her for support and guidance, and she's looked up to them, whether it's Nynaeve, Moraine, Elaine, or now the Wise Ones. So she's always really lent on the women in her life for support and guidance. I mean, even there are moments in my life where I was just saying before, I was like swimming in a river and the current was kind of going a bit fast, and I was like freaking out a bit, and I was like, just trust the river, just lie on my back and trust the river. And it was all great. And so I was like, whew. So I definitely apply it to my life as well.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's really cool to hear. Obviously, this is one of those books that we're looking forward to seeing adapted. Just you bringing up the Wise Ones, I'm like, yes, okay, give us some season 3 going with the Wise Ones. Now, before you get there, of course, you told us, before season 2 even began, that the trauma that Egwene experiences as a Damane would have a massive lifelong effect on Egwene, and something she would never forget, and it would have forever changed her. Like, how does that show up with Egwene in season 3? Like, are there obvious or kind of subtle things that we'll see as viewers where we can kind of see the effects that it's had?
Yeah. I think like immediate changes is she's got a new like fancy bob. Thank you, Renna, for hacking off my hair. So that's probably the first one. But no, I think we really find a more steelier, reserved Egwene. I think she's much more comfortable now being observant, and I think she's still hiding a lot. She's hiding a lot from herself and from her friends around her about her time as a Damane. And this season, we see her work through it, and we see her on her path to healing and recovery. And this trauma it's still manifesting in her in physical ways, but also, in her dreams, in her sleep. And she's continually being haunted by it, and she will continue to be haunted by it until she, actually faces it front on.
Yeah. No, we can't wait to, you mentioned the Wise Ones and, meeting the Aiel. We met some, and now Egwene, meets the Wise Ones, and that's an kind of the Shadow Rising in season 3. What does it mean to you to play a character that's described as, Aiel in her heart?
Yeah. I mean, she's strong, determined, and has like a very, very unwavering moral compass, which I think, feels like a very Aiel thing to have. Certainly say with like Avienda, we see how unwavering she is on what her beliefs are. And I feel like Egwene has that as well. And also it's a huge honor as a wetlander to be accepted as an Aiel. As a Wise One. That is like you know, starting off as an
Right.
intern and being, you know, promoted as straight away to CEO. Like that is just unheard of. So
Right.
it's like a huge
Yeah.
honor to be welcomed into such a stoic, proud, you know, group of people. Yeah.
Yeah. And we're still confused about Giotto, and now that Egwene's been, exposed to the LA culture, can you explain Giotto to us?
I feel like I'm still sort of struggling to understand it myself, to be honest. I would be relying on you guys. You guys are like the source of information.
We're just
so-
wetlanders. We're just
I feel like,
wetlanders.
yeah. I feel like if I was to try and explain, I'd probably be cast out from the fandom forever.
No, I want to throw this one out to you. These are kind of like some just word associations. And so just first words that come to mind when you hear like a person or a place, okay?
Great.
So Aiel Wise Ones.
Temple.
Gawain.
Going. Abs.
Teleron Riyadh.
Teleron Riyadh. Oh, goodness me. Airy. Like a feeling of airy, like it was very airy every time I felt like I was in Teleron Riyadh.
Yeah. Lanfear.
Sexy.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Rand.
Rand, also sexy.
Okay, so that's I mean that leads me to my next question here. I mean we see Egwene tested in the Arches in episode 1. How does this like testing affect how she perceives who Rand is to her, and like what their relationship can be, especially moving into the future?
Well, I think Nynaeve puts it perfectly, and she's like, even though the reality may not be real, in the Archers, the memories are. And so I think from then on, she is fully dedicated to being by his side and joins Moiraine in the similar cause of being like, I will be by your side to either help you save the world or stop you if I have to. And so I think that's why she is leaning so heavily into like advancing her skill set and evolving, is so that she can be powerful enough and ready to be with him, because he's like an exploding sun. He's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and more powerful, and it's going to come to a head. And so I guess she's trying to play catch up a bit. And I think that's one of her biggest regrets at the end of season 1, when she's like, I wasn't ready to be there with him, but hopefully I can be now. So I think that's what her drive is in terms of leaning into honing in on her powers is this season.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense.
We're coming up to the end of our time. Are there any 3 words you would use to describe where Egwene is at the end of season 3?
Yeah. Wow. I think scared, resolute, and evolved.
Perfect. Yeah.
Which is all like
that's Egwene.
No,
3 different things in all the opposite directions, but
no, that was awesome. Thank you, Maddie. And
Thank you,
maybe
guys.
maybe this final note: who was your toughest teacher then? Nynaeve, Moiraine, or the Wise Ones?
Nynaeve, Moiraine, or the Wise Ones? The Wise Ones,
Okay,
for sure.
It was so awesome. We can't wait to see season 3. Maddie, thank you for chatting with us.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, it's great to see you again.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Yep,
See ya.
Bye-bye. That was so fun. It was such a
Yum.
By the way, so I apologize. People were talking about the audio. It did work for some. Some watched closed captioning. Obviously, there's some type of audio encoding thing. And so before we post this, like as a separate, we'll post this out there just as a separate file, but we'll make sure that we address or figure out the audio encoding thing. I'll have it looked at by Taylor and have him kind of figure out. Like I could hear it on my computer and through my earphones, and I just assumed that the export we did and the processing through the software, like it'd be fine because I could hear it fine. I had seen that other people had complained, but I was like, I don't have that problem. So I apologize that some did have that. I just didn't have a lot of time to look at this today. Honestly, we got home made this cut, posted it, so we could use it. So hopefully you can go back at least and like turn closed captioning on. We do those live captions, so hopefully you could track what was said there. And if not, there will be an opportunity. We'll get it fixed so all of you can go back and watch it. It's a really fun interview. We did cut some things. She talked about her character a lot, Jen, and I hope none of you felt like that was overly revealing beyond just like, okay, that gives me an idea of the motivations and like what's driving her versus like this is spoiling things from the season. I think we hopefully rode that line pretty well. What did you pick up on that you heard from that conversation? Was there something that just stood out to you?
I loved, well, first of all, I love that she called herself a wetlander. That was great. You know, like, I mean, an Aiel would call her a wetlander, but like for a wetlander to call themselves a wetlander,
yeah,
she does have the heart of an Aiel. I love it. Yeah. It's great. But you know, what's really been fun about this is watching the actors evolve with the characters as the characters evolve. And even just watching interviews with Maddie from season 1 and interviews with her now too, like both of her depth of understanding this character because she's lived with this character for 5 years, but also her depth as an actor of what she's looking for, like what things she's focused on in her, in the work is also really, really cool. And I love that she said that she's learned lessons from the show, from the books, and we know she's read the books, and apply it to her life as well. Like when she was talking about the river, because isn't that all of us? Isn't that everybody in the fandom? Like, didn't we all like learn how to be better people while reading these books, and also learn how to sniff and fold our arms under our breasts and all of that stuff too? But I think it was really sweet to hear that, because I think that's part of what we all relate to, is especially those of us who started reading it when we were young and grew up with them. So that was really great.
Yeah, I love that she tied it to her. Again, like you said, things that from the books, from the show, from their experience that's touching their own lives, and like even advice, things that they've learned that they just that they hear in their minds, right? Like just like I love that she connected that. I that was one of the things when I talked to Anas, I wanted to go back to, was just like some of these early questions. Like went back and like watched some of our episode 1, like our season 1 interviews. And it was just like, okay, like talk about how that affects you now. And so, we were, again, they were kind enough to not kick us out. They gave us a little bit longer than we anticipated. And that was amazing. Again, like in our heads, we're like, that was like 5 minutes. What happened? But it was a really long and fun interview. Anas, did anything stand out to you? I know you were part of that. Was there what was like the most fun part of that interview for you?
I think it was probably the word association. Like it's like it's like, did you answer all of those as yourself?
Yes,
or as
I know.
Or where did you go back and forth?
I know that's
like, it seemed like
as an interview, you're like, this is an awesome question, but you're not in the mind of the interviewee, right? And so how they answer the question, I didn't preface it with like, as Egwene. And I was like, afterwards she said all things, I was like, dang it. So now I don't know if she was speaking as Egwene or Madeline.
I think even Egwene could not deny the sexiness of Lanfear.
I mean, that was like, I didn't know what to expect. I was just like, I'm gonna throw Lanfear in here and see what word association I got sexy. And I just remember just being like, that caught me off guard. And I was like, that was a great answer.
I don't know. The abs is probably like, it's like I felt like someone is like, if there's something Gawain, like everyone will agree on, that will give to Gawain is abs.
I have to go back and watch this. Alana said the scowl when she heard Gawain. Does she scowl? I have to go back and look at it again. Sometimes as you're like, I'm staring at the camera, I'm not looking at the person's facial reactions. So I didn't see that. Now I want to go back and see that. And like, what are the other comments? Boogie Beach said they've all grown and evolved. So true. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the 3 words, right?
The 3 words were, scared, resolute, evolved. Yeah.
I was those were great, and of course it got my brain thinking, scared. Why are you scared at the end of the season? What?
Yeah. These felt, by the way, Yosha's. No. Like,
No way. No.
we
Even I agree.
Let's share them.
yeah, if my fellow innkeeper agrees that we cut those, that wasn't just me. It was like the look on Yosha's face is so great. Like he's giving you the answer, and he's just like, "I know."
There is
that
one
I
which is
gave you
just
this
like
answer, and I was like, "Oh man, that's such
he
a good
was
answer."
so happy.
He was.
He was
Yeah.
so like happy in that moment. It's like
Yeah.
I gave you probably the best answers.
He did. He totally did. Like I've asked that question to so many, and like he just ate that one up when he gave it to us.
And this
So
is so bad. We're like, we didn't tell you what.
look, it's part of the job.
It's building up. It's foretelling. Yeah.
That's right. No, again, Maddie was amazing, and I was able to watch Kate's interview and Takaranriad's interview. Great interviews. Like all of the actors feel so. We talked about this recently. It feels so much more comfortable in talking about their characters, just part of their journeys. They can just pontificate. Like I just remember from season 1, it felt more like, which makes sense, just like staccato. I mean, it just felt kind of less loose and just open to whatever you're gonna say. That Giotto question, I was like,
that was amazing.
I don't know if we should ask this. I didn't want to but she played with it really well. That afterwards, I was like, once I saw the cut and actually saw her answer it, like she seemed like she was having fun with it. Like we don't. She's like, you guys are the experts, and I'm like, no, that's not us.
No, but there's a deeper cut here, right? The fact that she's like, because I'm a wetlander and I'm not Aiel, I can't answer this. That is like understanding of Giotto. That's earning G.
Sure. I don't
not
know that
toe.
is. What I'm saying is like I'm just a wetlander enough to not even understand what you just said. Like, sure. Okay. Like that.
I did love
No, it was a deep cut. It was a deep cut.
You guys are the source of the info, and if she tries to answer it, she'll probably be cast out from the fandom.
Yeah, that's what I like. That's why I love it.
And also, I'm like, and you're in the fandom because you are in the fandom.
I think she's like,
Yes.
no, you guys are the source, and I was like, source of land fear information. Very true. That's very true. Source of land fear. So yeah, that. I hope you all enjoyed that. Those that you could hear it, and if you couldn't hear it, hopefully you're able to use the closed captions. If you couldn't do either of those, again, we'll figure out the audio thing. We'll make sure we post the clip, and yes, there was like and honestly, I did the same thing with Rosamund and Madeline. They were very like open about their character arcs, and they're just they painted a picture that was just like so clear, and it started as part of an answer, and it was just like, oh, that's the entire arc of this character, this whole season, and kind of key moments of those arcs. And so it was like, okay, that feels like that's the spoilers they're talking about. Like these are all the things that happen. So both of them had that, but again, a really, really fun conversation with Maddie. She's awesome. Yeah, can't wait. We have not interviewed Zoe. The only interview that day that we had was for Madeline. So if we do any of those, if we ever get to interview Zoe, we'll let you know. Miss Sarah James, no boots questions. Sad. I know, this is like, I didn't ask one. I only had 4 minutes on the interview with Natasha, and I somewhat regret. But I kind of was playing the Natasha one like, hey, huge fan. Here's some serious questions. Would love to hear back. Have you come on. I didn't want to be in there and like asking like boots questions. I don't know how she would take that. Anyways, I was like, nah, we'll wait.
Next time.
Yeah.
Mid-season.
I'll wait for the next interview where she'd be like, oh, I remember you. And I'll be like, yes, I'm your advocate and have some questions for you. So, yes, of course. Kate was the one that did the interview. It was for What Series. And so the What Series is on the What Series channel. What was it?
Rocky. Did you see Rocky? Is, appreciating your
I appreciate that. And yes, Megan, I gotta play it cool. That's right. Okay, so the Madeline interview was so much fun. So glad we got to drop that today. And breaking down that clip, there was the shower thing which we watched, and then it's unraveling the pattern. Hopefully you've all had a chance. If the Innkeepers are still around, not innkeepers, sorry. If the mods are still around, you're like, are you about to make everyone innkeepers? If the mods are still around in chat, if you could find
It's known to happen.
Find the link to Unraveling the Patterns video. Like, Unraveling the Pattern was like hired, I think, by Prime to put together this recap, and they posted on Prime Video. So first of all, that's freaking awesome, and I'm so happy for Lauren, and like, this is one of those things where you're like, this should have happened a long time ago, and so you're like, but I'm glad it happened anyway, right? I don't want to stay in that kind of like, why didn't this happen before kind of time period. So sorry, I'm looking for it. Wheel of Time.
Okay,
it's in chat.
Oh, there we go. Thank you. Chat said, well, that's how Anas became a mod that way. He didn't become an innkeeper that way.
That is true.
Can you imagine? Just like, just name you an innkeeper. So we're not going to watch. This is a profoundly probably awesome. I have not watched it, but 23 minutes and 45 seconds of a Lauren recap. Like this.
I was like, there is no way the Wheel of Time is this good. After I finished watching, I was like, there's no way this show is this good.
The first chunk is so well cut and so well edited and really fun, and there's this like great music behind it. It's a really nice little like.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to watch like the first we're gonna watch like the first minute
like
or
origins.
Two, and but you should go watch it. It's like 23 minutes. Please go support this. Be effusive and about how much you liked it. Talk about how much you liked it. I'm hoping that they will ask Lauren to do more stuff, right? If we get more seasons of the show, having Lauren like help out on the like production side of these like recaps and these videos that they do would be amazing. So, but let's watch the first couple, and then hopefully you'll go and watch the entire thing.
It's been born again, and it's one of you.
You fully lost your mind.
The Wheel of Time on Prime is an epic fantasy series based on the best-selling books by Robert Jordan, completed by Brandon Sanderson. With thousands of characters and new terms, intricate lore, and complex magic, it's easy to lose track of everything, especially with changes made to adapt the books for TV. That's where I come in. Welcome to the Wheel of Time Seasons 1 and 2 recap. I'm Lauren from Unraveling the Pattern, a fan channel dedicated to exploring the story and lore of the Wheel of Time for newcomers and longtime fans alike. With Season 3 on the horizon, let's revisit the significant events, characters, and history in preparation for the new season, coming to Prime on March 13th. Season 2 ended with ancient heroes called forth from the dead by the Horn of Valir to help Rand al'Thor and his friends to defeat the Forsaken Ishamael. With Moraine's power restored, she helped Rand to proclaim himself the Dragon Reborn, as the people of Falme watched in awe. But how did we get to this moment, and why does it matter? Let's first review the big picture. The Wheel of Time turns, and ages come and pass, repeating in an endless cycle. People are reborn to live infinite lives throughout the ages, though they don't remember their past lives. The wheel weaves the threads of people's lives into the great pattern, which makes up all existence. Sometimes the wheel requires course correction. To restore balance, it uses ta'veren, highly influential people who become focal points in the pattern.
Why? You're ta'veren. All 5 of you focal points for the wheel.
ta'veren influence the world around them, often unknowingly, bending events and threads of people's lives to the will of the wheel. Try saying that 5 times fast.
The wheel weaves, the wheel wills.
I love Lauren's humor.
3,000 years ago, during a time of peace and prosperity called the Age of Legends, an entity known as the Dark One began to corrupt the pattern, causing imbalance, reintroducing war and chaos, and threatening the end of time and existence. And so the pattern required a ta'veren, hero, and champion of the light to counter the shadow and to restore balance. Enter the Dragon. In the Age of Legends, the dragon was Luz Therin Telamon, a powerful channeler of the One Power and a leader of the Aes Sedai.
Do you know what Aes Sedai means in the old tongue?
It means we're pausing
Servants
this.
of all.
That's right. We're pausing it. Okay.
I was like, Lauren, I put this in chat, but Lauren was like, I'm not calling him Dragon Reborn.
I did think that. Like, I was like, I was like, how much is he gonna have to like hold to the lore that they're creating? Yeah.
He's like, no.
By the way, this was a question from a long time ago. Almost 300 viewers on this. Are you going to love Elida? I never ended this poll. 53% said yes. 8% said yes, but I already do. 8% of you, huh? 26% said no, they can't make me, and 13% said undecided. That's good. Yeah, Rain agreed. Like, I need to go. I have to finish watching that too. So I have only watched like the first 4 minutes. I can't wait to see it. I'll be honest. I'm always watching these things to just like double check lore, but it is like the lore of the show. So I have to kind of like turn that part of my brain off and just be like, it's fine. And I love like, because Lauren will stay very kind of for, for like new readers, like, and new viewers. And so you can't like go too deep to the metaphysics. And so there's like times where I'm like, but, there's like a little thing, but of course he's like, that's not the purpose of the thing. So it's pretty funny.
Right.
By the way, Mustard Chip said, sorry I asked earlier, but didn't hear the answer. Are you 100% certain episode 1 is shown on Saturday? 100% certain. So, yeah, 100% certain. And we don't, like, I don't know exactly how they're doing that. I'm assuming they're sending, you should be going and RSVPing. So if you're here and you're like, okay, cool, you won't just be able to go. It's like you have to RSVP. They're going to send a link, and that link will probably take you to like my guess it's like basically kind of like a sandbox.
Like a screening room.
They're going to show you it, but it's not going to be something that you're able to just, probably it's not going to be a link that you're able to just give to multiple people. My guess is your link will be unique in some form or fashion. So
yeah. And it's worth looking early. I imagine they're doing it like screeners. It's how they do award season screeners for in the industry, and they give you like, you have a link, it's usually coded to you, and so I mean, if you want to watch it on your TV, you've got to be able to cast it from your computer or your phone, or sometimes there's even like an app you can download to your TV. Like Disney has like a screener app that you can download. So go early so you have time to make sure you can work out the whatever technical stuff, so you're not late getting there.
Yeah, I'm assuming we'll get links. They said like
they said the day before.
The day before.
The day before. Okay. Oh, good.
Yeah. So, and so yes, you should be, again, if you haven't RSVP'd, I believe the link to RSVP is in the description of this video, and it's in the description of the video we have set for Saturday. So you should be able to find it there. I think you can probably look up like on social media, you can find it, but go RSVP. Don't just depend or rely upon. I did send them a note saying day of, like, is there a cutoff? There's no idea. So don't assume that like if you haven't, you'll just be able to do it in that moment. I wouldn't assume that. If you want to be part of it, I would just go do it. I did, like, I had my, like, I RSVP'd under 2 email addresses, one for my wife and one for myself, because again, I wasn't sure how they would code the links, so so go do that. Don't miss out on it. It should be a blast. Again, it's not gonna be any fun if you can't come in on Saturday and talk to us about the episode, because you won't know what's being talked about, etc. So 63.5 hours and counting. Nice. Were there other questions there? Yep. RSVPing is really, really quick. That's
Dave, put your name and email.
What's that?
Did you just put your name and email? That's it.
Yeah, I did.
And you get an email.
I sent another question. I don't know that I'll get an answer. I sent another question about this, asking if it has to be an email address associated with a Prime account.
No.
It doesn't seem like it has to be. It just seems like it's going to be any email address. But I was like, well, if this makes sense, I want to believe no. But I was like, can you verify that that's not going to happen? Like, I wasn't sure if they're going to try to like make you, like some type of login where they're like, well, yeah, here you can log in, but you have to prove that you are. They didn't say that they were, but I sent a question just saying, can you just confirm that that's not going to be an issue? It would suck if it was, but I don't think it will be. So, thank you, Raquala, for throwing that link in there. Again, it's in chat if you would like it. And I can't believe that's like 3 days away. So, yeah, but like back to the video we were watching with Lauren, like that's such a cool thing. I wish it would have happened like season 2, but it's so awesome that he had a chance to put that together. You can tell the quality of the footage is not like downloaded from, like the quality is like high quality. So I'm sure he was so ecstatic to like get like high quality assets to be able to put that together. That's not like him like putting it together on his own stuff. You know what I mean? And the origins part made me go, like, did he choose that, or did they, like, I'm assuming they had to approve it, but I'm sure he was like, oh yeah, I want to put the origin stuff. It's a great way to talk about the Age of Legends.
I mean, it's not put down, right? It's still available, those 6.
Yeah, the first 6 are still there.
No, I'm not. I'm saying he'd have to download him with his own software. You know what I mean? Like to get like it wouldn't make any sense if he's trying to use his own assets to put that together versus like official assets.
I mean, not that Lauren would ever do that, right? Like...
People were asking, did you? I got a confirmation email, by the way. It just the confirmation was thanks, and like I should probably take a screenshot of it and I could include it and show it to you here. Where's it at?
It's like, thanks, we'll get back.
Yeah,
We'll get another link from us closer to the date or something.
Yeah, the title of it is the Wheel of Time Global Fan Event, and then it's like March 8th, RSVP confirmed, and it just says you're confirmed to attend, and then it says you can join the fan event here, but that link right now, I think that just goes back to that page. So, and it says we encourage you to log in as early as possible to ensure that you are properly set up for viewing. And they give you some advice. So the assumption is that page is going to change, maybe to the day of, where you log in there, and maybe you'll be checking email.
There, it might just be like click on that. So
yeah, I mean the link that it says enter here, join the global fan event. I don't know if they just mean join as in sign up again, but
I mean it might be you just go to the link and you can watch it. I think the RSVP might be more metrics for them. I mean, we don't know, but like yes, RSVP multiple times. like you know, I think it is important that the numbers matter in terms of what the RSVP is and how many people are watching at that time too.
And confirmation you don't need to worry about Amazon login, just so you know. I saw that I got an answer on that, so don't have to worry. Like that is that was I was like, oh, I wonder if there's people might run into something, so that won't be an issue. So, but yeah, go check your junk mail, make sure you got that. I'm sure you can sign up again.
Yeah.
My guess is it would just like send you.
I think I signed up.
I did
twice under my email, my same email, and then once under my husband's email, and then once under my other email.
Yeah.
Just in case, covering all my bases.
Outside of that, any other questions for everybody there? Jen, how you feeling? Like,
great.
Are you ready for Saturday? Are you ready for next week?
I'm like you though. I am. I'm ready, and I'm also sad that the longing is over in a way. Yeah. Like I don't love the longing. I mean, also this longing was less of a longing, so it came sooner. I mean, I was on the Q3 train. So when we found out it was coming out in March, I was like, yeah, I was wrong. I was really wrong on that. Yeah. So I was waiting. I was expecting to wait longer, and then now I'm like, wait, but I haven't waited long enough. I haven't gotten excited enough. That's not true. I've gotten very excited, but it's yeah.
I'm with you there. I thought they were going to hold to that kind of like, I kept on thinking like, oh, well, we'll just play the other year when Rings of Power or whatever. So I was surprised. I was like, oh, wow. They're making, oh, by the way, I did not share this. How did I share this moment? This is so much fun. It was what came out this morning. We saw the posters. And we didn't even go over the posters. Did everybody see? I mean, I guess I just assumed everyone saw the posters, but I'll show them right now. Posters. Yeah, so we got these posters today, and the Two Rivers ones, everyone's looking amazing.
Amazing.
In these shots. And it was noted in the Loyal one, at the bottom is a waygate, and we'll come back to that here in just a moment. Maxim looking amazing here. Like he's ready to kill some people. Some Trollocs, and White Cloak looking like White Cloaks a bit there.
White Cloaks be White Cloaks.
And then Alana. If you missed this morning, there wasn't one of Fail, and so in honor of Where is Fail, we played the Wad Idol clip from Marcel this morning, which was amazing. And the funniest part about playing the clip was people in chat like, what is this? Because I always think like, surely everyone's watched all the Wad Idols. And they're just like, what's going on? Because Marcel's like in a like hoodie that has like wolf ears. It's the most amazing
thing. Funny.
And doors. Tweedledane and Tweedlefane. That's good.
Shane and Shane.
So
those are great.
We went back to this, and we noticed, because people pointed this out, I didn't even see it. This waygate has doors.
Has a door.
Like, check it out. If you recall, Innkeeper, can you find this? I don't know if you'll be able to find it, but it's Lauren put together, like, they released the waygate. If you remember, Lauren put together a clip. He's like, I can add some effects so you can still give us a door. Do you remember this? It was like on Twitter. Do you have any recollection of that moment, Innkeeper?
Was that like back in
Sorry,
season...
wait, say that again. What?
Okay. Do you remember?
I spaced out.
That's okay. Do you remember season 1? They released what the waygate looked like. And we were like, that's a waygate. Where are the doors? And Lauren was like, I can change this and make this better. And he put together a little clip of a waygate.
Yes.
Can you see if you can find it on Twitter? Like, while we break this down, do you think you'll be able to find it?
Yes.
See what you can find.
Yes.
So I saw this, and then like I was working the day, and I was like, you know what? Let me remind myself how to say his last name before I probably will do a bad job of it, and then Andy will make fun of me, and it's fine.
Andy, the VFX.
Look,
that is his last name. The VFX.
So yes, Andy is it Scraz?
Scraz. I like Scraz.
Is it Scraz? Shoot. This is the stuff you don't you don't plan for this moment. You just have to pronounce something that you've never pronounced before. So hopefully he'll correct us at some point.
I think Andy watches this show, so like if Andy,
if he sees now, but like he did this whole post like showing the VFX around this shot from the trailer. Talked about how this all came together with the team, and like it's a really fantastic thread to go through. Talked about kind of like what went into the idea behind that shot. And at the very end of this long thread, he said, all this attention for a shot that lasted less than 3 seconds, but the Watt fandom is worth it. And no, it definitely is not a scene for the AOL Age of Legends. Definitely blaming the Dusty Wheel for that rumor. Which
Megan also.
which we will all own and take that. So I was like, oh man, you know what? I'm going to let Andy know how much we appreciated this. So I wrote this and just said, hey Andy, we've been known to spend hours comparing window panes from trailers, like the freaks we are. But light, thank you, and please pass along our thanks to your team for the Waygate doors. From the Landfear Advocate, speaking on behalf of all of the Wheel of Time Waygate fandom. And through this screenshot in here, he replied, and he said, which I felt bad about. I was like, he said, oh man, I didn't know that little surprise was going to be teased to you through publicity. Was hoping it would reveal itself when the episode airs. If it makes you happy, wait until you see what else we have in store. I replied, doors? What doors? Can't wait for the season. Close now. Hopefully all of your surprises don't get teased. And he wrote back, there's too many going through the entire season for them all to be revealed. At some point, we'll do further VFX breakdowns on new or redesigned components of the show that we were involved with. I know you'll all like to peek behind the curtain. Yes, this I love. New or redesigned components of the show. I love that aspect. Jen, is that like pretty typical? I mean, is it typical like serial shows like over multiple seasons? The FX teams, I guess I didn't think about that. Just going back and trying to reimagine things. Is that like common?
Yeah, and because sometimes things get shortcutted for a season. You know, if they're only going to be on screen for half a second, they don't really get designed out the way they're going to get designed out. They're not, you know, they don't give it the attention it needs, and they're like, oops, we need this to be a little bit bigger, more, have a functionality we didn't consider first time. Not to mention, on top of that, technology is changing constantly, so they can do it better by season 3 than they could do it in season 1. So that's the other thing too, is they're like, oh, we can actually do the thing we wanted to do in season 1, and we either shortcutted it or we tried to do it practically. We didn't get what we wanted, so now we can use it with VFX or, you know, yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, and like I just didn't imagine that this was gonna happen. So when I saw the doors, I was like, Yes. Like I almost hope they don't even try to explain it. I just hope they were just like, yeah, of course there's doors for waygates. Like, why would you think
You
there's
just
not?
didn't see them before.
Yeah.
Well, and it's interesting because I hope what I don't love is when we go back in and mess with things. I mean, it's possible they're like, oh, they're designed now. We could literally go back in and change it in the previous seasons and add it in.
Yeah.
Which I don't think they need to do. But I mean, I was like, from the first time we saw a Waygate, I was like, oh, you mean the Waygate portal stones? Like,
right. That's what.
They're one combined entity now in my brain, and I think that they've kind of been that for the show. But this is interesting, and like, do the doors only appear when you break it? When you like, I can't wait to find out. I love it.
I know it'll be interesting to see if they say something or not. Thank you, Innkeeper. I can't believe you found this, dude. Amazing. When was this from?
Yeah, I looked.
This is from 2021. Holy goodness gracious!
Lauren has said Waygate a lot.
When the Waygate came out back in 2021. It didn't look like it was like gonna have doors. And Lauren's like, but you could do the same effect that you're planning on doing, but still have doors. And so he put together a little FX like thing here. And so here you go. This is Lauren's version. I remember seeing this going, yeah, just do that.
Yes.
Just do that. And I was like, you could totally just do that.
4 years later, Lauren finally is doing something.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe Lauren did more than just the two season.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's funny to see this. This is like back in July 29th, 2021. Oh my gosh.
And that image now is the cover for the book for me. Like it didn't used to be, and it will always be the original cover. That is my favorite dog.
By the way, I'm putting this other link in chat.
Okay.
This is from a show I did a year ago.
Okay.
It should start at like the 5-minute mark, and you only need to play like 20 seconds of it. It's just funny. Like someone pointed this out a little while ago in the Discord.
In terms of season 3, I think.
Here you go. Beyond your hair in this moment. Here you go.
Oh, that's so funny.
I have to ask both of you, right? I've asked pretty much every guest I've had the last month. This time next year, March 13th, 2025.
Shut up.
Will we have the season 3?
No way.
No.
That's insane.
Okay. I don't even have to think about that.
Lauren?
I have no insider information, but I doubt it. I wish. Okay. I hope.
Okay.
I mean, I hope we get it this fall, but that's not realistic.
All right.
I want it tomorrow. But...
All right. All right. Let me end this poll. Will all of the village council be in attendance tonight? People hoped. About 50% of people here hoped.
Oh my goodness! First of all, hilarious.
Wow.
Did I end up showing up in chat on that one?
Yes. you showed up right at the start.
Right at the start. Okay.
That is somewhere in the middle. I think we were talking about Fallout or something.
What, dude? How did you? Like that was amazing.
This is the show on March 13th. So I was like, "Hey, will we have it like in a year?" And I'm like, "Will we have it on March 13th?"
And by the way, it's like
This is a dreamer. It's confirmed.
I know, that's amazing. And everyone's like, so no. How have you not cut that out? And like that should be like, come see us at the Dusty Wheel, Foretellers or something.
And I had short hair, so I was in Tellerunria, of course. Right? So I'm a dreamer. Like,
oh my gosh, that was, dude, that was well done. Like that is freaking impressive. You need to cut that out. But that's the thing that we are not good at as innkeepers. We don't like to go back and cut out cool clips and share them. We're just like, if you were there, you saw it. If you're not, we'll just do another live stream.
It happened. You had to be there.
Oh, that is a great one, dude. That is gold,
Did you call me Shamil? Quick, get a haircut in Foretell season 4, please.
Who said that?
Call me Shamil. I think it's a little farther up.
Quick, get a haircut in Foretell season 4. Wow, that was amazing. 184 of you, by the way, voted on this. Are you sad the longing is going to be over? 29% are with us, Jen. 71% are like, no, you're crazy. That's ridiculous.
I think it means that you and I would win that test where you give a kid like 2 M&Ms and you can get 2 now, or you can get 4 if you wait.
Yeah.
We would both get the 4.
Yeah, 100%. I've been told by so many people. They're just like, wow, I don't have that much restraint. And it's gone from everywhere from like when I've waited like a week, 2 weeks, a couple months, or 10 years. For something in particular. So yeah, I'm with you on that. Like it doesn't seem as hard as it's made out to be, but then it does make getting the thing like less exciting just because you've waited so long that you enjoyed all of the waiting part. So yeah, I'm
with the 3 episode drop at the top, which means like knowing we're going to be done when we're going to be done. That's just, I'm not ready for that. It's more that I'm excited for March 8th and March 13th, but I'm not ready for April, whatever, ever.
Oh, yes. And maybe that's part of it too. It's just like, that means we're close to the end, the beginning of the end. By the way, thank you so much for being here. I love Light Behind Full here. There are M&Ms. The longing isn't restraint in the books. I mean,
yeah,
technically, maybe forced restraint, forced, in some cases, but others can create it by just not returning. So right. I would say it can be. And I don't want the season to ever end. I get it. Yeah. I'm sad about the 3-episode drop. The waiting is kind of fun. The pre-next longing. Yes, exactly.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So with everything you know and you've seen, our last poll question here before we give up for the night is, how confident are you that we will
season 4
get
a
season 4 of The Wheel of Time?
This time next year? No, okay.
100% confident. We'll say like 80 to 99% confident. 60 to 79% confident. And then it's like less than...
I'm really impressed if you get this poll
60% confident. There you go. There's the last question of the night. Yeah, like it's Thursday tomorrow, and Saturday is like so close, and it's gonna be crazy. I can't wait to chat about this episode. That's the one thing I will tell you about the episode is I look forward to talking to you about the episode. I'm not just looking forward. I'm very excited to talk to you.
So you have a lot of thoughts. Is that what you're telling us?
I'm saying I have lots of thoughts about what I saw, and I'm very excited to share them and to talk about those. So don't be surprised. I'll probably be reaching out to you. Again, I say this all the time. It's very difficult to find guests. And you're like thinking like, why? You could just ask every single person in chat. Like, it is just hard for me to reach out and start conversations. That's just a difficult thing.
Writing a DM is hard.
Yes, it is very hard for me. And like, it's awkward, and it's often I won't do it. And so I often have, like, if I see you've guessed somewhere else, or I see you talking about something. That's why you see a lot of people that are content creators that show up on this, because I can go see them and they feel like, oh yeah, or people I've met in person are a lot easier to kind of go like, oh, I've met them in person. Sometimes, by the way, I meet you in person. I don't remember exactly who you are. So and you're like, well, you met me in person. And I'm like, I did? Okay. So you might just have to...
weird names that don't mean who we are.
Yeah, so if you're like, hey, I'd like to be a guest.
So leave when you meet the Innkeeper, leave like a when I DM you later.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Like a callback.
So you just send me a note and be like, hey, remember we chatted here, or we met at this place, or what it was. You probably could make something up. Then I would be a little wary, because I'd be like, this doesn't sound familiar. If you're making it up, it might sound like really unfamiliar. And then I'd be like, no, I'm not invited that person. That's weird. So, but like, if you just tell me where, like, hey, remember this, and I would like to be a guest, that will help me a lot more. The more I see you in chat, the easier it is. If you just write me and you're like, I never in chat, you never know who I am, I'd like to come on your show. And also tell me the things you like to talk about, but know this, if you write me and say, I want to come on your show and talk about this, like, that's probably not going to happen. What I mean by that is I'm not running the Dusty Wheel for other people to kind of like do their show through it. But if you're just like, these are the topics, and if you ever do shows around these topics, would love to be part of them, or I will talk about anything, whatever it is, give me some ideas. That really helps me. So, and you can do that through Discord. Like, that's useful. So, and yes. Oh, and yeah. And then some of you were like, hey, just message me. Yes. Counting on me to remember to message you because I saw a message from you. It's tough too. Because, like, that's hard too. So, like, send me a note and just remind me, because I will go through all my Discord messages and, like, I need guests. And I will just, like, look down them until I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. This person contacted me. So yeah, I see some notes here already. Like, you can ping me anytime. If you're asking, and just like volunteering for stuff, that's a really hard one for us. Like Innkeeper, I'm trying to think like when we,
what do you mean?
Like a volunteer, like if you're like, I would love to volunteer to help in the Discord channel. I'd love to volunteer to help on White Idol. I'd love to help volunteer when you do like, guidons. So for example, like Ilanwi like throws together like a spreadsheet and just shares it with us when it comes to like all the timestamps. Kate's amazing. Like Kate will like clip things. Kate's like, I'm sure they'll talk about this, and has like sent us a ton of clips, you know, in the past, so we can just like play a clip of a part of a, you know, an episode or whatever it is, so we can just have the material for us. Like those kind of things. If you're just like you being eyes and ears, that is always awesome during guidons. Like sending us stuff. I can't go in Discord, so sending it to a DM on Blue Sky or a DM on X, that makes it easier for me to pull things into the show. So just trying to give you some ideas of like, if you would like to be more involved, this is how we can get there. I can't guarantee you will get on the show, be a guest, but it does help me out. I know it seems weird. I am a little bit shy and introverted at times. And so it's great when people kind of are proactive about it. So there we go. There's my spiel.
Love that. It's real though. It's real. People think that because you're on screen that you don't have that. And it's true that even though content creators seem like we're really out there, we're all really not. That's why we're behind a screen.
Well, if this makes sense, just seeing people or having talked to them just helps me. Like, I'm live, and this is a nerve-wracking experience. It might not seem like it, but it can be nerve-wracking. So feeling confident that someone is going to come on and be appropriate and use the space in kind of a Dusty Wheel way, right? Like, this isn't the same show as every other show out there, and like, we do things differently. You know, we give everyone one F word, you know, whatever it is, if they use it, right? Like, they're like really specific
You mean
ways.
we give the show?
The show.
The whole
I usually say
the
everyone.
show. Oh, really?
Every guest. Every guest gets one F word.
I don't think I've used mine up yet.
Yeah, I'm not saying you should use it. I'm saying if you use it, I will call you out as having used it. Yeah. And then, like, anyway, I'm off.
I'm gonna co-opt your show right now because we haven't done something that you did say we were gonna do.
What did I say?
You said we were. Well, maybe you didn't say. Yeah, you did say.
What did I say?
That it was your birthday yesterday.
Oh my gosh, we were gonna do something. Oh yeah, like we. That's true. We were gonna do something like
little sticky note here,
something
on my
50
screen.
related, and my mods didn't remind me. That's true.
50 things we love about Landfear. Go. You could probably do.
Do I have to come up with all these? Maybe. We're gonna crowdsource them.
We could crowdsource them.
Okay. 50 positive things to say about Landfear.
Mm-hmm.
And let's go.
I'm gonna tally.
Okay, so my first one, Meline Madden thinks Landfear's sexy. One.
Like that.
Like that one's good.
Landfear has a Landfear advocate.
Yes. Oh, that's a very positive thing. Landfear has amazing boots.
That was going to be my first one. I love it. Go there.
Landfear snappy dresser. Okay, I think that goes. That's okay.
Landfear changes her hair, and it doesn't matter if it's the real world or Tel Renriad.
Okay. Yes.
Can change her hair.
Oh yeah.
Well.
Yes. is very stylistic or stylish.
Hip. Yeah.
By the way, do you mind starting a giveaway? People are like, I've forgotten to do giveaways recently. So can you start one? Is that possible or no? Great hair. Okay. Hair, not hood is really good. Great taste in wine. There we go. Hard to kill. Very positive.
That's a very good positive.
She's
Very good research
a
assistant. woman
in STEM. That's good.
Research assistant. Yeah.
A nice jawline. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa. Let's pause for a
Right.
second. Yosha seems to be the biggest Randfear advocate. Okay, that's true. He is the biggest Randfear. I thought it said Landfear, and I was like, no. Let's see. Calls Ishi. That is a very cool nickname.
She gave us all that. Mhm.
Calls the boys.
Passionate lover.
Megan, do you have first-hand experience with that?
She wears a mean smoky eye. That's
does.
good. Yeah.
She does.
That's favorite
Somebody-
things.
She knows what she likes, or she knows what she wants.
These that would be good. I could do a Watt Idol. Is a really awesome topic for Watt Idol. Yes. These are a few of my favorite things. It would be a fun Watt Idol thing to do for Landfear. Yes, good point. Multiple personalities. That's very positive. Looks great for being centuries old. Yeah. The best, worst ex-girlfriend ever. Cool earrings. This is true, Kate. Thank you very much. A big heart. A big heart. I agree. Doesn't sniff other people.
That's a positive.
Creative ways to kill people. That's true. Smiles while throwing fire and throws fire. Those are two.
Yes.
She strokes
Halfway
cheeks
there.
softly. Okay.
She does.
She loves fireworks. So there's another one.
She's good with like skincare, like really good
She
skincare.
gets good skincare. Oh, she's like a really good travel agent. She has very like awesome like travel secrets. She's very like, you watch that like channeling moment, opening the way gate and closing the way gate. She's like really quick channeler. Really
She's
impressive.
forgiving. She's forgiving. She forgave Maureen for being there.
Yes.
Yeah.
She can get you
She's
out
in
of
the Sarah
prison.
James.
She can get you out of prison, which is good. Mind blowing, literally. Yeah, that's really good.
Oh, Viniciad. Nice.
She's a great mouth seamstress. That's a really good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
She shows up when called upon. That's really good.
And she has said she's an innkeeper.
She's
That's
an
an
innkeeper. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Like fellow innkeeper. She knows an entire age of gossip and funny stories. Like, whoa. I don't think this one's true. We're not going to use that one, Kate. That's wrong. She really knows how to light up a tower. That's true. She looks good in both white and black.
Yes, she does.
Did you see Kate?
No, we're not. I'm not showing that
which
Kate one.
Which one?
This one's good. This one's good, Kate.
Yeah,
Didn't
this
kill a
one, yeah,
horse.
this one.
Didn't kill a horse. That's true, right? That's actually really impressive.
Yeah. And a point against Maureen.
She knows how to turn heads.
All the way around it.
She can shred clothing with her teeth, which that's impressive. Yeah. Yeah. She didn't kill Swan. Like that's, she could have. She is she's a knight that rescues her damsel in distress. Let's see. She honors people's requests even when it's hard for her. Even when it's hard for her. She knows how to make a great entrance. Like that's really great.
She like did that like walk at the end, like struts. She was like strutting.
She's
like at the end.
Good walker. She's got a
good walker.
gait.
Why am I not connecting with this one? She gives out balloons.
Don't know.
Anina, let us. Yeah.
Why am I not connecting that one?
Tell us more.
This one, this is fine. This is a version of it that I will allow to be part of our 50. She's afraid of spiders too. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Because that makes her really relatable.
Oh, she has pockets, Rapunzel?
And she has pockets.
Yeah.
And that is 50.
That is 50? Oh my gosh, we could have gone on. 50. Well done, everybody. Did I miss? There's some really good ones. Ambition like no other. Agreed. Leather thanks her for wearing it. She can blow you right through any door. She gives you good dreams sometimes. Loves a good wheel binding. These are all good. Oh my gosh. These are
gives you reasons
amazing.
to trust her.
Yeah. I missed, I think it was Alexander said, did you see mine? No, I don't know that I saw yours. So Alexander, write yours again. 50 was too easy. I know. 50 was too easy. Can get you into nice parties. That's a really good one. now rank them. No, we don't have time for that one. This was, thank you, Jen. For bringing that up. I forgot that we were going to do something to celebrate my birthday. I turned 50 yesterday and wore that shirt around, and even this morning to the stream, the I'm 50 shirt. 50 is a crazy, it's a crazy number. 26% of the people that showed up at the stream this morning, was it 26%, Innkeeper? Were 50 or above? Like 50 years or older. And it was like 9% of the people that showed up turned 50 this year.
Were like
in the last 12 months or in the next 12 months.
Yeah. It was like 70% are 21 to 69.
I'm
like
amongst
7%.
a lot of fellow geezers around here, so that's pretty awesome. So
50 is the new 20.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So thank you.
The most understanding landlord.
It's not the years, honey. It's the mileage. Oh, that's so good. Is the most understanding landlord? That's what you're talking about. 50. The next 50 I'm on. My goal is 100. So I'm halfway to my goal. I'm going to make these. This is an awesome time to turn 50 and to celebrate this with the release of the Wheel of Time coming out. I don't think that as a 15-year-old when I picked up this book, I would have believed that by the time I was 50, they would have a Wheel of Time TV show and I would have a live call-in talk show about it. Those would have been crazy thoughts. So thank you all for supporting this and being part of this. And yes, thank you to my fellow Innkeeper for being willing to do 12-hour live streams. That takes a special kind of person, And thank you for joining the giveaway. Let's pick the giveaway winner and let everyone get gone for the night. And the winner is
It's not loading, right? Still? I'm waiting.
Give me a second.
Ninja Librarian has won some Dusty swag. Congratulations, Ninja Librarian. You know how to reach out, and if Ninja Librarian, you've already won some and you haven't received it, just remind us, and then you'll get 2 of that same thing. But yes, congratulations. We'll be doing lots of giveaways because we have lots of streams coming up. So, and I agree with this. That's the last note. Landfear has the best advocate. 100%.
Yes, ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. I'm going to agree with you on that one, Rapunzel. So thank you all. As a final note, how confident are you that we will get a season 4 of The Wheel of Time? 217 of you voted on this. 69% of you are at least 80% confident that will happen. And only 8% of you are less than 60% confident. So it seems to show that what you've seen so far of the show, you're really feeling really good that hopefully this will be, this is going to hit out there. I hope so too. It looks like a lot of fun, what they've given us. And so can't wait to see more of the season. And my hope is that I like season 3 more than season 2, if that's possible. I mean, as much as I love Landfear, can I like season 3 more than I like the introduction of Landfear? But I'm hoping so. That just suggests to me they're on a great trajectory, and hopefully they get more seasons moving forward. So thank you all. It's been a blast. And Jen, thank you for jumping in and being part of this. And
thanks for having me.
Yeah, hopefully honestly, with as many live streams we're doing in the next week, 2, 3, hope to have you back again with us soon. So And good night to you all. Anas, are you gonna be back before? Are you gonna be like back in the inn? When are you back in the inn?
I'll probably be back at the inn next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday? Okay.
Like, I mean, like, I'm thinking of like live stream
Yeah.
wise. I think Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna appreciate that
Yeah.
after Saturday and Sunday. I'm gonna appreciate that.
Yes.
So it's been awesome to have you back. I hope you travel safely and continue to enjoy it while you're out. And thank you all for being here and for joining us for the Madeline premiere and for breaking down those clips. And again, make sure you go support Lauren's video and sign up RSVP, and we will see you Saturday. So as they say around here, good night from the Dusty Wheel and Smash to Black. You went right to kill it. Look at you, you're all ready. You're just done. I mean, this is like, this is
really well. And now I'm like, great, my turn.
And if you don't like that, you want to say, well, Robert Jordan could have made the two rivers all white. He could have, but he didn't. So,
Just complimented me on my dress, and as you can clearly see, I'm
sad. I see Nakomi as something along the lines of a Shadar Haran analog.
It does make sense why it outlasted the breaking.
Yeah.
See, this is why I have Therese in the show, because she's going to correct everything that.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dusty Wheel Show. What? Meme Off Challenge! Yay!
Like baby face mounted on like a huge body. So like
This
all
is
of a
not
sudden,
just
it's
a
like,
traditional fantasy, right? There are sci-fi
And
elements.
just a moment ago, Rafe tweeted something. So let me get my guest in here with me. And
Probably, I would say, put in 70, 80% of the work. I got to be over the shoulder and be like, no.
So, yeah, we can't just like go.
Lanfear
It just feels
also-
weird. It feels weird.
Also.
Also, were you gonna like share something?
Yeah, Lanfear's like really good with like the 4-gate people. Like gave out all the drinks. Remember,
Yeah,
like
that's
3
true.
drinks.
Right.
Yeah.
What else would you say? Like, if you had to think of something nice about Lanfear, I think devoted. Lanfear is a very devoted person. Like, believes, it has like really strong self-belief. You know.
Yep. And curious. If we're going back to Age of Legends, curiosity is an important quality to have.
It likes a good countdown. I don't know if people will get that, but like
Curiosity. Yes.
countdown. Yeah.
Yes. What else about Lanfear? Lanfear is the only one of the Forsaken who actually had like how spoiler are we going? I was like, she makes great plans. I don't know. That's not great.
Yeah. I like that. That's good.
She makes great plans.
Yeah. She likes to protect artifacts. She wanted to save those 6 artifacts and send them, not let them get broken.
She's like, sharing is caring. She was always sharing like with Rand and like trying to give him cool stuff. Like she was a great babysitter for all of them. Like she checked in on Matt. She checked in on Perrin. Like she always checked in on Rand. Like she just made sure that they were okay. Because there were a lot of Forsaken around, and she was just like, she wanted to make sure that nothing was going to happen to them. So
she was the original I have a crush on my babysitter person.
Lanfear has the strongest advocate. Yes, that's true. Like from a bench perspective, I don't know. Maybe there's other advocates. I would be, if we want to like have a like bench off. Let me know, and we can try that. It looks like we have a caller. Let's bring him into the show. Hey, welcome to the Dusty Wheel. Who's this?
Happy birthday, Matt Hatchett, is Sarah.
Welcome, Sarah. How you doing?
Pretty good. You know why I'm calling. Are you ready?
I'm ready. We're all ready.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Matt Hatch. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you very
And I'm
much,
out of breath
Sarah.
from running to the kitchen, so I'm sorry if
that was amazing.
Not my best effort.
That was amazing. Thank you so
but
much.
If it's the thought that counts, you are very welcome.
It is absolutely the thought that counts. And so that was extremely special, and it'll always be here on this live stream, and I'll always be able to go back and listen to it.
Oh dear God, what have I done?
Did that just it made you rethink it, right? Right? I'm right there with you, Sarah, right? Like the amount of times I say something and I'm like, oh shoot, that is like out there and forever. So but I think of that as a really good thing. I think it's a really positive thing, so I appreciate it as emotionally difficult that can be to handle. I totally get it. So but thank you. Really appreciate you jumping on and singing happy birthday. This is I think this has been the most impactful birthday, as in like it's the one I thought about the most in my life, I think. And I think it's because I was like, I want to make it to 100, and 50 is like halfway, right? And it's that kind of moment, right?
I'm the same way. I'm like 100 is my goal, so 50 feels like a really nice like peaking. Not peaking, but like really hitting my stride, right?
Yeah, 100%. Like when people are like, I only want to live to like 70. I'm like, what? No, like you got to shoot for the stars. I always tell people I haven't peaked yet, so and they're like, yeah, no, I peaked in high school or something. I'm like, no, like that's, I don't believe like mentally I haven't peaked yet, and I don't know when that'll be. Someday it'll happen, and then I'll probably just be like, oh, this is what it feels like giving up. But until then, but until then, I'm just like always on this upward trajectory of thought of like, no, like I want to lift more, I want to like run further, I want to do longer live streams, I want to like write a book, I want to travel more, I want to spend more time with my family, I want to see like grandkids and great grandkids. Like I have like things that I still want to experience, and that so
do a live stream when you're 100.
I want to do a live stream when I'm 100. I'm exactly like that'd be amazing, right? To do a live stream when I'm 100. Like so, yeah, exactly. Rapunzel. Matt's
I don't know what they will call it at that time.
Like it's got to be like still the Dusty Wheel, right? I'm gonna end this poll.
Not that, but like
the dustier wheel.
The dustier wheel, right?
Well, Matt Hatch, you are your own birthday present to all of us, and I'm sure I speak for everybody in chat that you are the gift that keeps on giving. So we're happy that you're doing what you're doing, because we're.
This is because
we're right
you
there
played the
for
whole
every
clip.
step of the journey.
Thank you very much. Honest, what did you interrupt and say? There was like a really heartfelt thing being said, and then you just interrupted him. Interrupted Sarah.
I was saying, this is because you played the whole clip. That's what happened.
This is because I played the whole clip. Oh, I think I gotcha.
There's no interruptions.
Yeah. Sarah's like just buttering me up for never cutting stuff out.
Yeah.
No, I do appreciate that. I appreciate.
I know we'll get it. I know we'll get it eventually, and that's the thing. Patience. So weren't we just talking about that early in the show?
Exactly.
Is that it's the.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head out.
No, Sarah. No, but by the way, Sarah, I really appreciate that, and as always, I very much appreciate your support, and I appreciate again seeing all of you in chat is what makes me want to come back. Does that make sense? Like it's seeing your name, seeing your comments, seeing the callbacks everyone does, just seeing how much of a community that's been here. Like that always makes me want to come back. So when you were like, can I call in? Absolutely, 100%. Like I hope you all feel like that. And so that was the sweetest thing that you would call in and sing happy birthday for me. I really appreciate that. So, and I hope you know that. And am I gonna see you? I don't know if you're showing up at a Jordan Con, a Watt Con, anything coming up this year. I was just curious if I was going to see you.
I don't know. I go back and forth. Probably not Jordan Con, maybe Watt Con, but I'm going back and forth about it.
Okay.
Fingers crossed.
Well, I hope to see you again sometime. Obviously, no pressure. I totally get it. But no, I always appreciate seeing you in chat, and really appreciate you calling. That made a huge difference to the night. So thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Night, Matt.
Good night, Sarah. Miss Sarah James, everyone. Yeah, like you all are the best. I really appreciate you you jumping in and doing this stuff. Again, this is just like we like to be ridiculous and freaks around here. So I just love that everyone likes to do the same thing. Yeah, Sky Squirrel said a friend of mine made a point to tell me when he got to the point of the books that mentioned you, Innkeeper Hatch. Yeah. That is always like a really like funny moment when people are like, oh, the Dusty Wheel. Okay, I get it now. So yes, I agree. Miss Sarah James, she was extremely courageous to come and call in and and sing happy birthday to me. Like, how sweet was that? So thank you so much. Okay, I mean, I don't know if I can like beat that like as an encore, like a birthday.
Not with me singing. That's certain.
Yeah, I agreed. What a great way to end a Watt Wednesday. But I wanted to come back and just say like we're hitting this end of this like build up to season 3, and it's a blast. Like these last, I know Innkeeper on us feels the same way. These last 8 weeks have just been a blur and a blast, and it's very tiring, but it's so much fun, and y'all make it fun. So thank you for being here, and now we'll say it as we say around here. Good night from the Dusty Wheel, and smash to black. Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. You went right to kill it. Look at you, you're all ready. You're just done. I mean, this is like this is
really well. And now I'm like, great, my turn.
And if you don't like that and you want to say, well, Robert Jordan could have made the 2 rivers all white. He could have, but he didn't. So
Jess complimented me on my dress, and as you can clearly see, I'm
Sad. I see Comey as something along the lines of a Shadow Haran analog.
It does make sense why it outlasted the breaking.
Yeah.
See, this is why I have Therese in the show, because she's going to correct everything that.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dusty Wheel Show. What? Meme Off Challenge. Yay!
Harold, like baby face mounted on like a huge body. So like all
This
of
is
a
not
sudden,
just
it's like,
a traditional fantasy, right? There are sci-fi
And
elements.
just a
for
moment
those that are
ago,
kind of interested.
Rafe tweeted something. So let me get my guest in here with me, and
Probably I would say put in 70-80% of the work. I got to be over the shoulder and be like, no. You went right to kill it. Look at you, you're all ready. You're just done. I mean, this is like this is one
really
of the
well.
biggest scenes.
And now I'm like, great, my turn.
And if you don't like that and you want to say, well, Robert Jordan could have made the 2 rivers all white. He could have, but he didn't. So
Jess complimented me on my dress, and as you can clearly see, I'm
Sad. I see Comey as something along the lines of a Shadow Haran analog.
It does make sense why it outlasted the breaking.
Yeah.
See, this is why I have Therese in the show, because she's going to correct everything that.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dusty Wheel Show. What? Meme Off Challenge. Yay!
And we're back. Encore, Encore. Like that kind of made me want to come back, because Encore and Encore was like a really funny poll. Like so your comments were making me laugh. So Landfear sucks if Matt doesn't come back. That was that hurt DK Moon in a way that I felt like I couldn't like leave that are they playing with us now?
Dale.
Yes, I know. Wild Gardenia is like, there's still 175 people. I was like, how much longer do I make them wait before I come back? Because they're not going to go if I. Yeah, that's a good question. So Encore guy down is what it is. Yes, that's true. For the people that are here, let's do another giveaway for the people that are here.
There's like a. What should I call it? Like a in secret, you have to Dale pointed out, you can't end a show with an open poll. You have to come back. That's one. The other one is you can only end it once the outro has played it all the way through.
Okay.
So you have to if
if
you're like,
don't
oh, the
end it
encore,
there, yeah,
and you do an outro.
So I'm
if
looking.
it doesn't, you have to wait till it
everybody these
ends.
secrets right now.
No. This they. I think we've mentioned this.
Like
especially the outro.
Like speaking of Lanfear.
I told him that I want
I
you
think
to
this is a
kill
good
him.
one, right?
So I've said that line wrong. That you want him to kill. I told him that I want him to kill him.
No, you didn't get it right.
I didn't get it right?
No.
I told him.
I want him to kill you. I told him I want him to kill you.
I told you him that he wants him to kill you.
Someone's gonna kill someone.
That's my favorite. The someone's gonna kill
It's
someone
so
moment
good.
is like the best. Like
And hearing the script supervisor like say it and then yell it.
someone's gonna kill someone is just like a freaking great line. So what I
And, like, the funny
realized,
thing,
by the way, I realized I did not share, which feels like really strange of me. I didn't share like the Lanfear clip. Like I shared it online, but we never talked about it. So.
Oh.
Is Lanfear? Let's go.
Hold on. This is the most disconcerting clip because she's not affecting her voice as Celine or Lanfear. It's just Natasha. So it's like really weird because she's dressed up, has the makeup, and it like my brain kind of like short circuits. So this is so great.
Hi, it's Natasha O'Keefe here, who plays Lanfear. Let's go to season 2, where Lanfear was freed by Charmael. She went by Celine and ran an inn. She brought Ran to a cabin and revealed who she was.
What's happening?
Only to get stabbed by Moraine.
No, hurry, we don't have much time.
Ran still asked for her help, though.
If you actually want me to trust you and do something to earn it.
After Charmael's death, one of the other Forsaken arrived on the scene.
Oh, goody.
What does season 3 hold for Lanfear? Who knows?
Like, am I the only one that like? There's just like, that's not Lanfear's voice. What's happening? People are saying maybe that's Mirren's voice. So let's poll everybody here. Is that the voice she'll use as Mirren? Yes or no? So my phone just buzzed me. I'm trying to see if Innkeeper's wife has written me. She's like, what's going on?
It was funny.
Great.
You were like, it short circuit my brain, and I'm like, Lanfear. Like you need more than like that. It's just
Natasha is cosplaying. I like that one. She's so happy it's just wrong. Yes, someone's gonna still kill someone is the best line. It's so good. Let's watch that one again. By the way, this one.
Hi, it's Natasha O'Keefe here, who plays Lanfear.
It's that first
Let's go
part.
to
When
season
she says
2,
hi to
where
everybody, it's
Lanfear
like-
was freed by Charmael. She went by Celine
like
and
how
ran
my
an inn. She brought Ran to a cabin and
how my
revealed who
approved
she was.
What's happening?
Only to get stabbed by Moraine.
No, hurry, we don't have much time.
Ran still asked for her help, though.
If you actually want me to trust you and do something to earn it.
After Charmael's death, one of the other Forsaken arrived on the scene.
Oh, goody.
What does season 3 hold for Lanfear? Who knows?
We know. That we know some stuff, right?
Right.
So
You do. I don't.
you saw the clip, right, Jen? You've seen the clip.
Which clip?
You've seen the interview we did with Natasha.
Yeah.
And you saw the one later, right? The full clip. Okay.
Yes. When we were watching it when you showed the first one with the cuts, I
Oh,
was
that's-
with my
yes.
husband David, who's also a Lanfear stan, and he went, what the? Yeah, he was very disturbed about missing those middle bits. Yes.
I know. So this one still gets me.
Hey, Reyes.
Hi, Matt. How's it going?
Hello.
Good, good. Hi, Natasha. It's so nice to meet you. My name is Matt Hatch.
I
I
love
run
Taylor's
a
little
live call
comments
and talk show all about the Wheel of Time, obviously. And I've been a fan of the books, and more importantly, a huge fan of Lanfear for over 3 decades. And I just had to start this off.
No pressure then.
So yeah, I'm doing this. I'm stopping it because I gave it
director's
to you,
cut? Oh,
and
wow.
you could all she saying the words like in that moment where she's like, no pressure, like as an interviewer, that would have been a great moment to have heard. Like it'd been like, yeah, don't feel any pressure at all. I know nothing about this character, you know, whatever. It would have been like it playing in that moment would have been a lot of fun if I had heard no pressure. And she would like, she kind of affected, like she's laughing there. She's like, oh, no pressure. Didn't hear her. So basically I just kind of like talk over her in the moment.
No pressure then.
Something.
Uh-oh.
This is what I heard, by the way. What I heard was something. And so I just like laughed because they were laughing. And I was like, I'm just going to laugh too because it was probably pretty funny. And then I'm going to keep watching.
Well, you did something that I have not been able to do, which is make readers and viewers into fans of Lanfear. So I was preaching to an empty stadium, and now there's a world full of Lanfear fans. So
Stanfears, if you will.
Stanfear.
I just came up with that. Maybe they call it that.
It's a new thing. A new thing.
Oh, that's amazing. I never knew this. Oh, lovely. Thank you.
I heard I never knew this.
Thank you for being my...
So I heard I never knew this. And I started talking and had no idea what she just said, like, thank you. And so she can tell that I haven't heard thank you. So then she follows it up with,
over. Yeah,
never knew this. Oh, lovely. Thank you.
So many new fans.
Thank you for being my advocate.
She's really trying to connect us. Like she's like, no, but thank you. No, really, thank you for being my advocate. No, and I like that Taylor has that. He definitely didn't hear that. Just like, oh gosh, it's so good. It's so bad.
Everyone's like, Matt, I totally understand now what you've been telling us for the last many years.
Oh, wow. What?
That moment, that was like a totally wasted moment where I was like, yeah, and I just kept telling, and I was like, shut up and just ask some questions, because I just was like, yeah. Then people just tell me, like, Matt, like, yeah, and then I was just like, okay, into the question.
Lovely thing to hear, the Lanfear love. That's amazing, truly.
And Natasha, just specifically about Lanfear, you said that Lanfear is always playing characters within her own self, which made her intriguing to play.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious, do we see even more sides to Lanfear in season 3? And if so, how would you describe them?
Yep.
Okay.
She's stepping
so I asked this question,
some roles,
and I can tell immediately
in
she's
her
just like
dream walking realm.
Like, listen to the cadence of her.
She's taking that
like
up a level. I think audiences and fans will hopefully be quite delighted at how evil she.
Not sure what
she
to say.
goes.
And Rafe is just consistently just staring at her. Like,
but also exploring the relationship with Rand. You know, the power,
his look is
the
just
relationship, which is what can we do both? Is it, you know, that exploration?
And we're amongst friends, so you can say the M word.
The change of demeanor.
Merrin?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
like that moment.
Yeah, we get to glimpse Lanfear before the collapse as Merrin, and yeah, I think it was a very exciting, a challenging scene actually to do. Can I say?
Yeah.
So it's in Old Tongue. It feels like I'm saying something very.
No, this is the only interview where we're getting this.
Okay.
So.
And yeah, it's. I think it's a beautiful thing to actually observe Lanfear.
It's so good, like that moment, the change in her demeanor was so awesome.
She gets so excited that she could.
Yeah,
talk more.
she's like so excited she could talk about it, and then he's like, only in this interview, and she's like, okay.
And
I think the funniest thing was
just so enjoying it. Go ahead, Honest. I'm sorry.
No, it was just funny because like Matt did the interview and he like comes out of it and he's like, didn't hear her. Like he was like, you were like so like that wasn't good. And then like when we got it, like you were like not excited, I think. And I listened to it and I'm like, is this the same? Did you not have this experience?
I know. I didn't hear any of those first things. So I did like later on, I tried to get really kind of like, you know, where you really concentrate and you like stop your breath and you're just kind of like I later on. And so I could hear some of the stuff she said later. And so I knew that she had said, like, brought up Mirren and the Old Tongue. Right. And I was like, okay, those those are like cool things. I don't know if I can share them, right? You all experienced that. But I didn't know those first part where Anna had seen that. So still hilarious to go back and watch it and just know that like my normal reactions would have been so different. And it just, I go back and watch this all the time. It's freaking, it's awesome. It's too good.
I enjoy Rafe watching it because it's like he's giving you a birthday present. He's so excited to watch you interview her. It's so adorable.
Yeah, like Rafe knew you would know and care about Mirren. Yeah, you can tell that he's just like, no, this is the person among any people that would talk to you that is going to really appreciate knowing more than just anything. So, yes.
People came back.
Welcome back. There's 76 of you voted on this. Is that voice she'll use as Mirren? 48% said yes. 42%. 58% said no. That was Matt's. Yes, that was Matt's really concentrating face. That definitely was. I was just like, yeah. It's this. It is Matt overanalyzing this and being self-conscious is so cute. Yeah. Well, it's just like I think the idea I'd always kind of planned to or hoped to have interviewed Natasha, and so like in that moment, it was like soul crushing to not be able to hear them. And I was just like, oh man, I considered right in the first like minute to like stop the interview and just like say to the people that were running Zoom, like, I can't hear anybody. But I was like, what if they don't give me more time? They're just like, oh, we're sorry. That's all you get. I would have been like, oh crap. So I just went for it. So
good decision.
Yeah, it was a good decision. Well, again, it led to, by the way, I would not trade this interview for anything because it led to the famous words of thank you for being my advocate, which like just that phrase alone, like I would have just, if I hadn't heard anything at all and I didn't get to ask any other question, that would have been enough. I'd be like, that was worth the 4 minutes. So.
I mean, Rafe also said that you're friends with Lanfear. If you're among friends, then you're friends with Lanfear.
Thank you, Drea. If I ever meet Natasha, I'll let her know. Thank you. That would be, yeah, you can. I mean, she might already know. She might be like, oh, my advocate? Yeah, I met Matt.
Wow. That was good. I'm glad you reached this.
Yes, I think this is the height. Maybe I've peaked in Lanfear fandom. This probably is.
Yeah.
This probably is the peak of my Lanfear fandom.
I was going to ask you when you said you were still like waiting to peak. I was like, I think you just did it last week.
I mean,
that's it.
You had the 10-year anniversary.
I'll ask you like
season 2.
Have
Lanfear Guidon.
Have I peaked in my Lanfear fandom?
No. I just realized no.
You don't think so?
No, like live Natasha at the Dusty Wheel, like.
Okay. No, I'm saying no. There are other like peaks here. I'm saying, do you believe that this is the highest one it'll ever? Like, I don't believe.
I think
like I'm still on an upward climb to like do a live interview. But this could be the peak. This
live interview. Live acting. Like, there's so many places this could go.
I like this for Sarah, The Advocate, a new drama on Amazon Prime.
When you play the innkeeper in the series and Lanfear walks into the inn, then we'll have to say you've peaked.
Exactly. By the way, Light Blinded Fool, I love it when a 35-year plan comes together.
Thank you for the 18 reference there.
I like that. You'll peak when you are in the show being murdered by her. That would be that's
or like a head nod, like advocate.
What's that? Like just like a little fireball, like, or a head nod for the advocate. You'll peak when you're an extra in one of her scenes. Yeah, that's good. Not until you see her in person. We did wonder if Natasha was going to be at that event, so I was kind of preparing for that. Matt's cameo will be with Celine at an Innkeeper convention. That's right. We had to end tonight talking about Landfear again. I was trying to look to see if there were other like little clips in our video, like that only we see, Innkeeper, that we never like posted. So I was like, is there something that we could? Did we do a giveaway yet? Oh yeah, why don't we do it? Why don't we finish that giveaway?
I was gonna say, like, everybody who left came back. By the way, we were at like 192, 194, and then we lost a few at the second. The second fake.
People are back.
They're all back. I don't know who's talking where, but they're all back.
One Power Ballads is here. Just popped in. I can't believe we're so close. I know. My heart is so full of happiness and gratitude for the books, the show, Dusty Wheel, and this whole gorgeous fandom. Agreed. I'm sure, Alyssa, you've seen Unraveling the Patterns video today. That was amazing. What a Watt Wednesday. And we are so close. It's a lot of fun. That's why we're struggling to end this show today, because it feels like once we do, it's over.
Can we one?
Oh, I should show them this one. I should show them this one. Yeah. I'll do this. I haven't showed this one. I never posted this.
Which one?
So I'll do this one. Like it's the little things that I sometimes just don't share them. I don't know. Again, that whole like inviting people on, sometimes I get just a little bit like, no, that's dumb. I won't do that. I've never shared, I don't think, the full Yosha and Rosamund interview from season 2.
Ooh.
Because I never do you remember why, Innkeeper, I didn't want to? I cut this little portion out. Do you recall? Okay.
Yes.
I feel like I can share that. Does that make sense? Like, yeah. So here you go. Enjoy the full Yosha Rosamund interview from. Yeah, you've never actually seen the entire interview, so enjoy it.
It's really good to see you. How are you?
Yeah, we're back, season 2, right? Oh man.
Yes, we are.
The long journey has finally arrived. So both of you have kind of deeply immersed yourself in the Wheel of Time. Rosamund, you're narrating the books, which is incredible. I know how much fans have loved that. And Yosha, you finished the series, which I don't know if you ever heard fans chant "One of Us," but yeah, you both kind of fit that. So I'm curious for both of you, like how has this like immersion in the Wheel of Time affected your performance as Moraine and Rand? And maybe Rosamund, you go first.
I think immersion is always a good thing, isn't it? I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't want to be immersed if you could be. It seems to me like a good place to live, immersion. Some of the stuff we're shooting in season 3 currently, which we can't talk about, but both our deep readings of the books have helped, unpick some of the legend that underlies the action that we're doing, if that's not too cryptic. So I think Robert Jordan's, they're biblical in nature, some of these concepts in the books, and knowing them, understanding them only helps. For instance, we go to Cairhien in season 2. Now, we don't go behind the doors of the Damodred house in the books, but understanding what Cairhien means, what Cairhien's history has been, is very important to an understanding of Moraine. So I feel that the reading of the book enhanced that experience, and I feel justified. I feel like I can be confident that that's a piece of off-piste storytelling that's valid.
Yeah, for sure. Yosha, how about for you?
I said today, I've said it once, but I have to say it because I'm just talking to you now, but there are neither beginnings nor endings to the reading of the Wheel of Time, because once you've finished it, you have to reread and reread and reread, because there's just so much in there. And you know about this, but it feels like a great gift that there's so much out there, so much to research, and I just keep on finding new things. And I feel like the example you just gave about the backstory of the history of Moraine, and you finally see her family, is where I think it becomes really interesting, that we can actually show the human side of the Aes Sedai. And it's not only your character, but other characters as well. We see that all of them have something really beautiful to fight for. And it's amazing to have all that information, to know all that, but then it's also very exciting to then on the day when we're shooting to not know and throw it all out of the window. And that's what I'm experiencing now. Season 3 is we're we're going beyond the material. It's growing and it's having its own life.
I mean, speaking about that, I mean, this is an adaptation, right? Season 2 is, from what Rafe said, is books 2 and 3, right? That's a difficult task to adapt 2 entire Wheel of Time books into 8 episodes. Is there, for you both, is there like one scene where, as being immersed in the books, you've said this was like the perfect adaptation from book to screen? Is there a moment that you can share with us where you thought that was done really, really well?
Oh, that is a tough question because
there is, but I can't say it.
Near the end, yeah, I know. I guess it's probably difficult for you to share that. Yeah.
You're thinking of one? Oh, only in the first. How many episodes? Have they sent you some episodes, Matt?
Oh, this isn't the full thing. Oh, hold on.
I think you'll find
this is the one that we did. I thought I posted the full thing. Did I not? Hold on a second. I thought I had.
If you were waiting for the Rickroll,
that wasn't it. That wasn't it. Did I not upload that one? I thought that I had pulled the. Okay. Well, just for you all, I'm gonna upload it right now.
Sweet.
Because I have access to it, and now I'm annoyed that I didn't have it. they I didn't do that on purpose. Like sometimes I do it on purpose. That wasn't on purpose.
It's first nature. Not second nature. First nature.
Just be patient. It's coming. I'm gonna figure it out. Yeah, it's.
I just adore the way he's like, yes, but I can't say it.
Wait, which one did you play?
I played the only one that is there. I thought I had uploaded the full clip.
It's the 5:21, like 5 minutes 21.
Yeah, that doesn't have it.
Oh, really?
I know. Okay, there's just. I'm getting it. Just chill out.
I can do puppet show. I have puppets. Here somewhere.
It's okay. We understand. We understand. Habits are tough to break. He's uploading the one with the real literal Rickroll. Oh gosh, it's so good.
Have you talked about how this ended?
Which one ended?
That isn't recorded.
Yeah. No, that one is not recorded. No, I don't think they sent that recording.
Have you talked about it?
Yes.
Have you talked about it?
I think we did. I'm pretty sure we talked about it. I'm just uploading it now, everyone. Just give it a second. You stuck around at this point. Okay. So let me go look. That's a good question. Would my camera, because sometimes depending on the camera angle, they kind of send them a little bit different. So it's 6:42. I cut that much out? Wow. Okay. Well, there you go. Do we have to I feel like we have to replay the whole thing now. I don't know what I cut out at that 5:21. So now I'm like,
but not in the first. There was no cut.
No, I'm saying the actual video is 6 minutes and 42 seconds. This one that I was up there was only 5 minutes and 21 seconds.
Yeah, that's a minute and 20 seconds. That's a lot.
I know that's a lot.
No, I mean, I'm not surprised. But...
I'm not surprised. Okay. My dog ate ate the footage. I cut that. Now the longing is real, the Mama Lindsay said. Oh, gosh.
You thought the longing was gone.
I know. So is uploading. It's at 45%, everyone. It's getting there.
Okay, but my question is that I'm gonna continue Rosamund's question, which was, so she says, I'm assuming it's you hadn't watched them all at this point, so she didn't want to spoil you, correct? Or had you watched them all at that point?
That's part of what's in the clip.
We're gonna reenact it here.
This is where I learned about Rosamund's tendency to like. This was like something she had done in like season 1, and then season 2 she did it to me again. I was not prepared for the answer, so it was a really funny moment. So yeah, that's what you'll see here. That's what you'll see. This poll, while we're waiting, 11 minutes ago, about 100 of you voted on this. Have I peaked in my Lanfear fandom? 83% said no. Look at that. Right. Faith. Thank you. Like, that's...
Is that faith in Lanfear? Or faith
in
Innkeeper?
Faith in, like, Taviran-ness, faith in the wheel, faith in...
The wheel is
like,
weaving.
the wheels weave there. 80%, by the way, everybody. We're getting there. We're getting there. That one, did we cut any of the other ones last time that we never uploaded? The full clips?
We did cut.
Daniel. Oh yeah, Daniel's, but that was an easy one. Because I asked Daniel, what character made the most impact on him? And he was like, Lanfear. I was like, what? You just told me Lanfear made the biggest difference on you? Like, that was the wildest statement ever. But you've all seen that one. I think we showed the full clip on that. So,
are you going to go back talk about season 1 and 2 now, or
I mean,
just season 2?
Trying to see if I cut anything from those. That's why I'm kind of curious. I don't think I did.
No, I'm talking about season 1.
Yeah, the season 1 interviews. Like, okay, it's here, everybody. We've delayed long enough. So, or have we? It's uploaded, so the audio should work on this one. It says it's pending. Oh, visibility's pending. It has to like kind of process it a little bit. So we'll give it a second. Seems like it should be working.
I mean, you could have just played it.
It's Matt Hatch with the Dusty Wheel. Good to see you both again.
It's really good to see you.
Okay, we're watching it all over again.
We're back, season 2, right? Oh man.
Yes, we are.
The long journey has finally arrived. So both of you have kind of deeply immersed yourself in the Wheel of Time. Rosamund, you're narrating the books, which is incredible. I know how much fans have loved that. And Yosha, you finished the series, which I don't know if you ever heard fans chant "One of Us," but yeah, you both kind of fit that. So I'm curious for both of you, like how has this like immersion in the Wheel of Time affected your performance as Moraine and Rand? And maybe Rosamund, you go first.
I think immersion is always a good thing, isn't it? I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't want to be immersed if you could be. It seems to me like a good place to live, immersion. Some of the stuff we're shooting in season 3 currently, which we can't talk about, but both our deep readings of the books have helped, unpick some of the legend that underlies the action that we're doing, if that's not too cryptic. So I think Robert Jordan's, they're biblical in nature, some of these concepts in the books, and knowing them, understanding them only helps. For instance, we go to Cairhien in season 2. Now, we don't go behind the doors of the Damodred house in the books, but understanding what Cairhien means, what Cairhien's history has been, is very important to an understanding of Moraine. So I feel that the reading of the book enhanced that experience, and I feel justified. I feel like I can be confident that that's a piece of off-piste storytelling that's valid.
Yeah, for sure. Yosha, how about for you?
I said today, I've said it once, but I have to say it because I'm talking to you now, but there are neither beginnings nor endings to the reading of the Wheel of Time. Because once you've finished it, you have to reread and reread and reread, because there is just so much in there. And you know about this. But it feels like a great gift that there's so much out there, so much to research, and I just keep on finding new things. And I feel like the example you just gave about the backstory of the history of Moraine, and you finally see her family, is where I think it becomes really interesting, that we can actually show the human side of the Aes Sedai. And it's not only your character, but other characters as well. We see that all of them have something really beautiful to fight for. And it's amazing to have all that information, to know all that, but then then it's also very exciting to then on the day when we're shooting to not know and throw it all out of the window, and that's what I'm experiencing now. Season 3 is we're going beyond the material. It's growing and it's having its own life.
I mean, speaking about that, I mean, this is an adaptation, right? Season 2 is, from what Rafe said, is books 2 and 3, right? That's a difficult task to adapt 2 entire Wheel of Time books into 8 episodes. Is there, for you both, is there like one scene where, as being immersed in the books, you've said this was like the perfect adaptation from book to screen? Is there a moment that you can share with us where you thought that was done really, really well?
Oh, that is a tough question because
I mean, there is, but I can't say it.
Near the end, yeah, I know. I guess it's probably difficult for you to share that. Yeah,
you're thinking of one. Oh, any in the first? How many episodes? Have they sent you some episodes, Matt?
They have the first 4.
Is there a moment in those 4 that you felt?
Well, so right, yeah, that's a good question. For me, that's a good thing to throw back at me.
I didn't want to answer this question.
Just how they started with you, Rosamund, the way that adaptation was done with, it happens different in the books, right? Kind of the beginning of your relationship with Lan there is done a little bit differently, but I liked how Bale was brought in and how the poem, if you will, and all that pieced together to me was like a nice consolidation of the things that happened in the book. So for me, that was
really
like,
nice. I mean,
really
it shows you Moraine's gamesmanship. You know, she's like a poker player in that scene.
Yep.
We have to understand that poem. We have to understand her getting her hands on the poem, and in you know, condensed into that negotiation with Bale, we see, you know, the metal of her brain, as it were, which I enjoy. I'm thinking of, anything, but I mean that departs from the book, isn't it? I mean, it's not exactly.
It does. No, that doesn't. I mean, yeah, it's a move. Again, consolidation of a lot of things and moving people.
I think you'll find that with the Sean Chan, some of the Sean Chan sections, you know, for readers of the books, you know, when we get into the specifics of the Sean Chan, I don't know what I'm allowed to say. I mean, you know, it's coming, but it's coming. The specifics of the, you know, the Sean Chan's characters and their domination and control of some of our key characters, or one of our key characters in particular. I think you'll find that incredibly faithful to those sections in the book, and I think they're brilliantly done and brilliantly acted. You'll know who I'm talking about, and the people in the room will not wrap me over the knuckles after this. But the, you know, the Sean Chan and what they do to weaponize the One Power is brilliantly depicted. I promise you.
Excellent. Well, thank you both. I know we had a little time here, but this is great to be able to chat.
I wish we had another question. Go on, ask us another.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
We have more time. You know, we ran into each other in London when we had the premiere, just coincidentally. So we hope we run into each other again soon.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. This is not the last time we speak for this season. So, well, good luck for the rest of the day, and it's been awesome to have at least a couple of minutes to chat.
Thank you.
So a really funny moment that they don't include there is that, like, as they're letting me, like, as I said, thank you, they said, like, can't we just get one more question? And whoever was running the thing was like, we already gave him 6 minutes, because I was only supposed to get 5 minutes, and they kicked me out. They're like, he already got 6 minutes, and they like threw me out. But yeah, really, really funny moment. Yes. So I definitely did not include that part when I was showing everybody the interviews, because I didn't want that to be the topic of conversation of like how much of the show I had watched. I thought I told her, but apparently I did not tell her. I had only seen episode 1 at that point. They did send 4 episode screeners. I learned this from the first season for reasons that I did not want to see more of the show, because it affects my enjoyment with you when we do long live streams. So like, I did not watch any of the episodes going into the season 3 stuff, again, for the same reason. even watching one episode, I just didn't really enjoy it because it takes away from in-season part of it. So I did not watch all 4. I watched just one of them. And then I was not expecting her to like come back at me with that question. So it was pretty funny.
That was like a late decision too, right? Wasn't it like the night before you were like, I can't go into this without like knowing anything?
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to show up and that was the first time I'd been to a press junket, and I thought it was kind of expected that maybe I had to have seen something. So I was like, well, I'll see one of them. That's why I said to her, like, she's like, how many did they give you? And I was like, dang, I didn't want to like lie to
people
Moraine.
Still
first one.
everyone still thinks you watched 4 before the season came out.
No,
even though you only watched 1 before.
I only watched one before this, and I did have access to them, but I did not continue. They cut off access eventually, but no, I didn't. I could have, but I didn't. Sorry, that just reminds me how the show ends. He could have, but he didn't. I've seen the post credits too many times that like
I was that sounds really familiar when you were saying that.
Yes, I never said I watched 4. That's very true. I only said that they gave us 4.
Yes.
So
that was a really on the spot answer where you weren't like
it was.
I only watched 1, or like
it was a very answer because you implied something without speaking it untruth.
Yeah. Right, exactly.
Very well crafted.
And again, I didn't then when we shared these before, like all the things went out before the season. I did not want that to be the topic of conversation of like, oh, Matt's seen all 4 of these. Again, part of this is the enjoying it with everybody, and so yeah, same thing here. I didn't watch any before, so. But yes, having her just say like, did they give you some? I was like, well, I don't want to lie to Moraine. Yeah, that was a really funny moment. I thought I'd share that with you all. There's little stuff like that in the last. I'll tell all the stories eventually.
There's a lot of little stuff.
There's a lot of little things.
10-year moratorium, like Brandon.
I don't know if there's like some moratorium. Again, you see how I handle spoilers, right? I just handle the same thing. Like you sign contracts or like NDAs, and then you're like, I don't know what I can say, so I avoid saying things basically. So someday, I'm sure I can talk about the process. Again, there's probably stuff I could chat about. I just don't know. So, it is what it is. Okay, now we can let everybody go now. Like it's over. We feel like, yeah, it's a good time.
It's still your birthday in Hawaii.
I know, no black t-shirt, but I like a Raffo t-shirt. I feel like that is like very Wheel of Time. So,
very.
The next thing they could be wearing white aprons. Yeah, exactly. Okay, there we go. Innkeeper's wife. That's a good timing. Okay, as I say around here, good night from the Dusty Wheel, and smash to black. You went right to kill it. Look at you, you're all ready. You're just done. I mean, this is like this is
really well. And now I'm like, great, my turn.
And if you don't like that and you want to say, well, Robert Jordan could have made the 2 rivers all white. He could have, but he didn't. So,
Just complimented me on my dress, and as you can clearly see, I'm not white.
I see Comey as something along the lines of a Shadow Haran analog.
It does make sense why it outlasted the breaking.
Yeah.
See, this is why I have Therese in the show, because she's going to correct everything that.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dusty Wheel Show. What? Meme Off Challenge! Yay!
Terrible, like baby face mounted on like a huge body. So like all of a sudden,
this is not just
like,
a traditional fantasy, right? There are sci-fi
and
elements.
Just a moment ago, Rafe tweeted something. So let me get my guest in here with me, and
probably I would say put in 70-80% of the work. I got to be over the shoulder and be like, no.
right to kill it. Look at you, you're all ready. You're just done. I mean, this is like this is one of the biggest scenes.
And now I'm like, great, my turn.
And if you don't like that and you want to say, well, Robert Jordan could have made the two rivers all white, he could have, but he didn't. So
Just complimented me on my dress, and as you can clearly see, I'm
Sad.
I see Nakomi as something along the lines of a Shadar Haran analog.
It does make sense why it outlasted the breaking.
Yeah.
See, this is why I have Therese in the show, because she's going to correct everything that
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dusty Will Show. What? Meme Off Challenge. Yay!
Like baby face mounted on like a huge body. So like
this
all
is
of a
not
sudden,
just
it's
a
like, wow.
traditional fantasy, right? There are sci-fi
And
elements.
just a
for
moment those that are
ago,
kind of Rafe tweeted something. So let me get my guest in here with me. And
Probably, I would say, put in 70, 80% of the work. I got to be over the shoulder and be like, no,